AMC__ raided my stream with 35 warriors.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the stream. Hello, first off, Amesy, thank you for the raid. Hello, thank you. You were still streaming. Oh my God, I can close that tab now. Anyway, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the stream. I am back from TwitchCon. I am still kind of sick, so you can kind of hear it in my voice. I've got a little stuff in my nose. I have a table of stuff to show off and a collection of pictures to show off, and I am very excited for today's stream. Thank you, Amesy's Raiders, though. Amesy's viewers, if you enjoyed the stream, put a 1 in chat. If you didn't, put a 2 in chat. Amesy, pay attention to who puts what. Also, congrats to EA Car on being first today. Here comes Johnny11. Thank you so much for subscribing. Can we get some hearts and hugs in the chat, please, for that? And then also... Okay, I gotta scroll. Welcome in, everyone.
This community will be sticking around a while.
Dude, thank you, Gore Bunny. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime as well. Also, hello, everyone. Free of my shackles, wah, wah, wah. Hello, Deshame. Hello, Falling Alien. Hello, Leia Reeds. Hello, Leah Jackson. Hello, Joris. Hello, Helios. Hello, Mental Bar. Hello, Destiny. Hello, Amesy themselves. Hello, Solar. Hello, Nerdy Bella. Hello, Elendian. Hello, Monica. Hello, Cheese. Hello, Nerdy Bella. Hello, Dylan. Hello, Cameron. My goodness gracious, everyone. Amesy got the first check-in. Nice. Nerdy Bella. I'm scrolling up real fast. Scrolling up. Leo, hi. Solar, hi. Cowgirl AJ, welcome in. KJ, welcome in. Kaylee, welcome in. IDK, welcome in. Tiger Wolf, welcome in. EA Car, welcome in. Scout, welcome in. Countless Cookie Cake, hello. I can't get everyone. Mental Michael Pizza Buff, welcome in. Ghost, welcome in. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm very happy to be back. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous. I had to make sure I got everything set up. It's been 2 weeks almost since I've streamed. Oh yeah, pretty much exactly 2 weeks actually. Yeah. So let's just get started. Also, thank you for subscribing. Captain Laudel, hello! Oh my goodness gracious. It's pretty late here and I have work tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to stick around, but it was really nice to meet you, TwitchCon, and I hope you have a good stream. Speaking of the devil, Captain Laudel was one of the people that I met in person at TwitchCon, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, but Snowy Sparkle, welcome in. Glad to catch a stream, lurk, but I'm about. Sounds good. Please remember to breathe while greeting everyone. Yes. Gonna go to sleep, but enjoy the stream. Snowy, sounds good, Snowy Sparkle. Thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that a ton. Because of you, we're now at 16,770 followers. So thank you so much. If you want to tell us your day's going, go for it. If not, don't, it's up to you. Woke, we're happy to have you. I just realized you guys can't hear background music at all. So really quickly, let me fix that. Let me quickly steal the... hold on. This is going to temporarily mute everything. Okay, we're back. And now you should, if I just paste... Yeah, you should be able to hear music now. Cool. I hit 25. Utah hit 25. Okay. I think you're the only person. Yes. So really quickly, before we get into this, I'm going to have to pull up a file with pictures anyway. I bought a new hat that I can wear on stream that says, "Hey, chat." I bought this at TwitchCon. It is my new favorite hat. Well, one of my favorite hats. I love wearing black hats, black ball caps. I think I look good with a black ball cap. Source, my girlfriend. She says I look good with them, so I bought one that was Twitch related and not going to dox me because my only other black ball cap doxes me, so I can't wear it on stream. But I got a new hat, so all right, Utah, you're here, bud. I bought one that was Twitch related and not going to doxes me, so I can't wear it on stream. But I got a new hat, so all right, Utah, you're here, bud. Where do you want your pillar at? Let's do this real fast, and then we're gonna get into picture time. Oh God. Did the whole stream just crash? I forgot it did that. I forgot that opening the hardcore world just like eats everything. It wasn't Spectrum. It was eating the hardcore world. I think YouTube is fine. Hello, Crunchy Ibs, welcome in. Okay. Yeah, so hardcore world, be careful wearing hats, sir. You'll go bald like me. I don't wear it all the time, but Magadixon, welcome in. Okay, I forgot that logging into the hardcore world sometimes just eats each stream. So YouTube should be fine. YouTube is fine, as far as I'm aware. I'm aware of the lag. That just happens because of the hardcore world. It just eats everything for some reason. Don't know why. Anyway, delightful welcome in. Solar welcome in. Utah, you're here really fast. Also, welcome back to the hardcore world. We're going to quickly get Utah's pillar, and then we're going to jump into picture story time. Like, full story time. So, Utah, where do you want your pillar at, bud? Do you have any specific requests? Any specific requests, dude? But yeah, while we're flying this way, let me open the file I need. Okay, file open. You're still, I am hungry, hardcore world. I think, well, I have 16 gigabytes of RAM dedicated to Minecraft. I might lower it to 8, and hopefully that reduces that of happening. Ozymandio, thank you so much for following. Dude, I appreciate that a ton. Because of you, we're now up to 16,771 followers, so thank you very much. If you want to tell us your days, go for it. If not, that's up to you. But we're happy to have you. Welcome to the stream. Everyone refresh. One of the mods, can we just pin a message that says, if you can't see stream, refresh? Because it's, just refresh the stream. It just needs to be refreshed. Because you can see stream now. Stream is back. Albized, welcome in. All right, Utah, are you here, bud? Well, I added Code Neon too. Heck yeah, Monica. Code Neon's awesome. And the Clock Crafters are awesome. All right. Utah, are you still here, dude? Utah. Refresh. Refresh stream. Yeah. For people who need to hear it. So. All right. Well, Utah's nowhere to be seen. At Utah, are you still here? Yo! Stamio! Speaking of cool people who's going to be in our story, Stam was one of the people who stayed at the Airbnb we had reserved. So everyone go check out Stamio right now because Stamio is awesome. Stam, someone raid, I think. Were you watching Amzy? I think it's pronounced Amzy, not. It might be Amzy, but it was like not the Amzy that everyone, like MCC Amzy, but like the other Amzy, AMZY__. All right, I think Utah's just gone. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to pause the hardcore world. I'm going to stand somewhere impressive, pause the hardcore world, and wait in case they come back. Hi, I am from Utah. You are from Utah. Amzy. It is pronounced Amzy? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to stand here, pause the game, instead of trying to do something else. DR Llewellyn. Oh, yes, Amzy. If you have a second Amzy at Twitchcon too. Nice. DR Llewellyn, thank you so much for subscribing, dude. Llewellyn, not Llewellyn. Sorry, I have to remind myself how to say these things. Okay. Let me see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. If Utah Raptor had to go for a sec, sorry, what happened? Okay, Utah. Where do you want your pillar? Now that you're here, where do you want your pillar at? Because what I'm going to do is do your pillar real fast. Since you're here, and I can do it for you. Do you have any specific spots? And one of the mods want to pull up the thing. And then we're going to do story time. This world looks awesome. Thank you. I am very proud of my hardcore world. So, this is the current project. My dad got home. Nice. This is my current hardcore project. So far over 14 months, 15 months of digging and building. There are 5 ancient cities in this area. 1... 2 that way, 3 that way, and 4 that way, and then I'm standing on 5. So 5 ancient cities in this area, and I only knew about 1 when I started digging. Viking leaves this chat for 2 weeks and he forgets all of our names. I've missed the fruit basket. Yeah, they're fondly calling it the fruit basket of hardcore worlds, of hardcore cities. So ancient cities. All right. Where do you want your pillar at, Utah? You can also say dealer's choice, and I'll just pick a spot. I don't care as long as I'm number 42. All right, bet. Let's do it. Thanks for the lyrics, Stam. Welcome home. Thank you, Pork Princess. All right, 42. 42. 42. What about B42? B42 or A42? Utah Raptor. I'm trying to think. You have an A in your name. You have an O. Your name, like a lot of your letters in your name are farther along. Is 42 free with the mods? Glad to see you back. What's up, Steve? The mod row would be this row here. Hey, Quilby's over on the YouTube side. What's up, Quilby? Polis Eric Greek. Also, welcome in Adult Steve. All right. That would be D42. Let me go see if D42 is available because we could put Utah up with the mods. A? Utah wants A. Never mind. All right. Delta in tomorrow voice. Does anyone know if we have SPK tomorrow? All right. Hold on. This is a big moment. Utah Raptor. Utah Raptor has been here a long time. And Utah, thank you so much for continuing to be a part of the community. And I hope to see your pillar climb high into the sky as we continue to continue this hardcore world and continue what we're doing. Hold on, I gotta get your follow age. Utah gets the classic. Their ancient watch began, drumroll please, April 2nd, 2021. So thank you, Utah, so much, dude. Congrats on your pillar. Can we get some one of us's in the chat for Utah? And now it's time to do story time. Utah, thank you so much, dude. I am going to pause my game standing over here just so I can leave it up in case someone else gets their pillars. But, all right, pause the game. Let me do this real fast. Let me bring up this. Boom. All righty. I have pictures and pictures and pictures. And I'm going to start off. Unfortunately, have a good stream. It's very late for you, Kobe, so I totally understand. Have a good night, dude. Also, Sith Bunny, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Big Mac, welcome in. So let's start off in the beginning. Who went to TwitchCon with us? Why did we go to TwitchCon? What was the purpose of it? I wanted to go to TwitchCon. I said I would never go to TwitchCon until I was partnered. I would never go back. I went to the one in 2022. Which was a lot of fun, but I wasn't partnered, and there was a lot of things I couldn't do because of such. But I was like, I'm going to go back when I get partnered. And then a little thing called Skyblock Kingdoms happened, and everyone was like, oh my god, let's go to TwitchCon Rotterdam. And I went, okay, fine. And then I signed up to go. Bought tickets, all that stuff. Happy Pride Month, Stephanie. Also, I can't wait to see what you went. See if you went where I went. We'll see. But, so I've split the folders up into 9 days. These two are for not stream, but these two are 9 days. So we're going to go through the 9 days. I did manifest partner before, so that's going to be in the story. But I have my wristband here. This was a little wristband that I wore for TwitchCon. They had these little things you had to check in, check out so that they could keep track of how many people were in the venue. But we'll get there. So day one, travel day. All right. KJ, thank you for gifting a sub to Adult Steve. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Alrighty. So travel day. Travel day and day one. I combined Monday and Tuesday into one day because I left on Monday. I got to the airport at 9 o'clock. I left on Monday morning. I landed in the Netherlands on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. So, yeah. Almost 2 years. Heck yeah, dude. So, yeah, this is taking off. And then, I got to the airport, the first layover. I got myself Shake Shack because I'd never had it. It was pretty good. It's a burger and fries, and I was at the airport, and I wasn't really focusing on the food, but it was really yummy, and it got me filled. So this was the plane that took me from Denver to Chicago. So this was my first layover in Denver to Chicago. I take pictures of my planes. The planes are fun. This was a view. I was kind of nerding out because I was flying over and they had a little map and I went, oh my god, are we flying over the Mississippi right now? I looked down and I'm like, that's the Mississippi River. So I took a picture of the Mississippi River. I'm a nerd. I like geography and I like flying, and the combination of the two is really fun. So this is a really cool picture I have of the Mississippi River flying into Chicago. This was the food I got. Okay, I didn't take any pictures in Chicago. Time jump. Mr. Civic, thank you for the 500 bits. I didn't take any pictures going in Chicago, but on the plane to Rotterdam or Amsterdam, because I flew Chicago to Amsterdam. This is what they served. I took a picture of the food because I was like, I need to picture something. We'll go back to that. But the flight to Chicago was fine. The flight to Amsterdam was okay. I had an aisle seat, so at least I could sort of adjust my feet. I was sitting next to a Russian dude who lives in The Hague and also works in Chicago. I don't know. He was very nice. And then there was a whole school group traveling with us. The person on the window seat was a student who'd never got up. So it was a pretty uneventful flight. As far as flights go, I've had way worse and I've had way better. It was all right. I'll talk about the flights back, though. The flights on the way back were really fun. Anyway, I get to... This is my first picture of the Netherlands. He's geen. So it turns out the German word kein, ich habe kein, habe kein Katze. Like, I do not have. Kein means do not. In Dutch, it's geen, but it looks like geen. So he's geen balloon, but he's blue. So I took a couple pictures of various geen things and sent them to Leon. But anyway, I land Tuesday morning. I'm the first person of the group in the Netherlands. I have a whole day. I figure out train. Also, for context, I didn't have a eSIM. I was purely relying on Wi-Fi. So whenever I was somewhere that didn't have Wi-Fi, I was cut off from the world and on my own. So anyway, I get to the airport. Amsterdam airport's really, really nice. There's a giant train station in the basement, which is really cool. I figure out the train station. I get on the trains and I go to my first hotel. I check into my hotel early. Cost me 20 euro. It was worth it because I immediately go into my hotel room. I take off all my clothes and shower, which is an important step in showering. If you're showering with your clothes on, maybe you're trying to save water. Anyway, I shower, rest up a little bit. Like, I don't fall asleep, but I kind of like lay down and like, and then I get up and I go for a walk where I see my first real bikes because the Netherlands is famous for bikes, right? Good thing trains, Wi-Fi, train stations, airports that are Wi-Fi. Exactly. Somewhat, sort of. But I see lots of bikes, and I'm like, that's really cool. This was the walk to my hotel. Also, Duvid raid! Woo! Duve raid.
Duvid raided my stream with Shoe Warriors.
Duvid, how was your stream, dude? What'd you get up to today? I know you're playing Skyblock, but I was actually lurking a lot. But anyway, hi, Raiders. Welcome in, Duvid. We're recounting Twitchcon Storytime. We are currently on day 1. My flight into the Amsterdam and my first day in Amsterdam. Because I spent the whole first day, technically in Hoofddorp, which is like a suburb of Amsterdam. I didn't go into Amsterdam until later. I am still sick, Vexo, so I have not started it. I'm going to hopefully start it tomorrow if I feel better. But anyway, I beat the Wither. Nice, dude. Congrats. But yeah, Quinny, welcome in. Leo, welcome in. The Art Crafter, welcome in. I've had a good day. But anyway, this was the walk. I took a picture. Everything is so green over there. So green. So I took a picture because I thought it was really pretty. I walked to my hotel. I also see, this is something that, so in America, for any Europeans watching, these don't exist in America. We don't have cars this tiny. I wouldn't fit in a car this tiny. I was trying to find my hotel. I found it eventually. But, oh my God, I saw so many of these little itty bitty cars all over. And I found a smaller one too that I'll show a picture of later. But this was the hotel. It was a Holiday Inn, nothing fancy, but it was clean. It was clean and it was cheap and it got the job done for the one night I needed it. It was fantastic. Anyway, I check into the hotel. I get showered up. I rest a little bit. And then I'm like, all right, I can't fall asleep at 11 or noon. I can't fall asleep at noon. If I fall asleep at noon, I will be screwed, like for jet lag. I had no jet lag going to Amsterdam. Like, because I forced myself to stay up, 0 jet lag. So anyway, instead of falling asleep, I went down to the reception desk, and I'd done a little bit of research beforehand, but I asked, hey, is there anywhere to get food nearby? And the receptionist was also a tall blonde lady who's kind of fun. She's kind of fun talking to a bunch of tall blonde people. Anyway, was like, well, if you just walk in a straight line that way, you'll come across the city center, and there's tons of restaurants and stuff. So I went for a walk, where I immediately found a petting zoo with donkeys and goats. This is a really bad picture, but still. And more goats and goats and an orange cat and the same orange cat. Oh, that's a small car. Go back. I found a free petting zoo like 2 minutes away from the thing on the way to food. So I just wandered into the free petting zoo and just started petting animals, which was really, really nice. I was by myself, right? So I needed stuff to do. It killed like, you know, like half an hour to an hour. I don't remember how long I was here. Dutch Walter, yeah. Skinnier and older and wiser. But anyway, this place was really cool. It was really fun. Kind of like they had these gates you just walk through. Like, this was like, there's a fence here. I wasn't standing this close to the donkey because donkeys it's not good to be this close to them without supervision. But there was like a fence that I was standing up against, leaning over, taking the picture. But, yeah, so there were also really cool ducks I'd never seen before. But anyway, after the petting zoo, I continued into town where I saw this guy. There are 2 seats in here, by the way. That car is like, hold on. You can't, it's like This wide. I'm wider than this car almost. I'm thicker than the car. Anyway, these little itty bitty baby cars, I understand their purpose. Like, and the reason why is because the Netherlands and a lot of Europe is much tighter. So these little cars serve the purpose instead of a bike, right? Like, or things like that. So the car is for asparagus. Yeah, like this car looks like a toddler drew this car. And also the Netherlands are the tallest people on the planet, like by average. So who is fitting in this car? Anyway, there's 2 seats. 1 and 2. There are 2 seats in this car. Anyway, so yeah. Also, apologies. Half of the food that I took pictures of has a bite taken out of it because I forgot I was hungry, especially this one. This was my first meal since the plane food. 300, yeah, 6 foot, yeah, same. Not 300, but yeah. So my first meal in the Netherlands was a doner kebab, and it was fantastic. Oh my God, it was so good. Because I walked around, I found a bunch of cool shops, found a doner kebab, bought it, put the sauce on it. It was amazing. I'll get off this picture. Is that the last picture I have? That is the last picture I have. So, so I finished the kebab. I thanked the guys. The guys barely spoke English. But I was able to communicate with them and be like, thank you so much. And then I left and I walked back to the hotel. This, for context, I had just walked a total of about 3 miles. Like, because I walked from my Airbnb, my hotel to the center, which was about a set point, 3/4 mile walk, like a half-mile walk. I don't know, like a kilometer, 2-kilometer walk, whatever. And then I walked around the whole area. Like, it's like a whole shopping district, you know, like there's a little mall. Like I was poking into shops, kind of looking around because I was like, I need to stay awake. I get back to my hotel at like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And I was like, okay, I can't fall asleep yet. So then I was like, but I am exhausted. So I am now just going to lay down and just watch stuff. So I just watched YouTube videos on my phone, called the girlfriend, chatted with her for a while, hopped in a call. I think Kale and Mig were in VC. And then I just went to sleep at like 8 o'clock or whatever. 8 or 9 o'clock. I had 0 jet lag. But that is the end of day 1. So, day 2. There was a cat. That's the start of my day. I wake up, I check out of my hotel, there's a cat. Hi, 2 doggos. He went for walkies. But yeah, very important. Really bad picture, by the way. I've realized I was like kind of in a rush because I was more focused on where I was going than the pictures. So, Walter Blackberry, Gato. But yeah, day 1. Oh, okay. So the plan, there's vintage in Ruby. The plan was I was a day early. So I'd go back to the airport, which was like a 5-minute train ride, not even. Cost like $3. It train into the airport. I would pick up Vintage and Ruby when they got off the plane. And then we would wait for Trog. So I was the first one there. I found Vintage and Ruby. This airport, by the way, my one qualm with this airport is they're very unclear of where people are actually going to walk out of. There are 4 gates, or 4 exits. Exit 1, 2, 3, and 4. According to this arrival sign, they'd be walking out of gate 2. I walk up and stand at gate 2, and I'm like, where the heck are they? And I was trying to scare them, because that's me. Unfortunately, they were at gate 1. They were standing right about here when I realized, I look down and see them, and I like sneak around, and then I get about 10 feet away from them when they're starting to turn around, so I kind of just like, and then we take a picture, and we're chilling. Shortly after, Trog arrives. Woo, Trog! This picture is rotated wrong. Can I rotate you 90 degrees? There we go. So yeah, it was vintage Trog, Ruby, and I, and everyone was there. So microcars, they're pretty popular here in Poland with 16-year-olds, at least in my high school, because you can drive them with driver's license for tractors, since they allow you to drive tractors, everything with the 55 engine. Nice. Trog hunt. I successfully completed the Trog hunt. Finding Trog was just as difficult as finding the others because we didn't know which one they were coming out of. But after we got that, we decided we're going into Amsterdam. I was an IRL Trog hunt. Hi, Trog. We were like, okay, we're in Amsterdam. We're at the airport. We got like 3-ish hours till Leon lands. So let's just head into town. So we head into Amsterdam. We get little. I didn't take a picture. I should have put the picture of it in here, but we take they have little day lockers at the train station that you can like pay a couple euros and you get to have a locker that you can lock and lock your stuff in. So we jump our stuff and we go wander this, and I find a lot of cheese. I love cheese. I got cheese. Don't worry. I got cheese later in the trip because I needed my good cheese. So we went and got cheese. I saw this and went, I'm in heaven. We also found fish sealing Tuesday, Wednesday. It was fish gaming Wednesday. So fish gaming sealing Wednesday. Yeah, we just kind of wandered. We found this nice cafe. I never looked at any of these pictures, by the way. I took them and then moved on. I'm realizing I needed to probably clean off my camera because everyone's blurry. But we just kind of walked around and it was so beautiful. We got off the main touristy road and kind of just wandered the canals, and we found this nice little cafe. And at which point, Tra got a coffee, Ruby got a Coke, Vintage got also a coffee, and I got mini pancakes. The Dutch have this dish. In English, it's mini pancakes. And I looked at the guy went, what do you want on it? I said, make it the way you like it. So he gave it with chocolate syrup and butter and powdered sugar. I would have gone for honey personally. If I looking back, I should have gone for honey, but it was still good. I'm just not a huge chocolate and pancake guy, but these were really yummy. The fact that you take all these photos from an up angle makes everyone look shorter. Well, it just covers everybody. I don't have to worry about someone being behind me. Oh no, Nerdy Bella. Don't worry, the VOD will be there. The bottom left corner, all the selfies. Need transparent on that guy. Fair. But yeah, these were delicious. That was my first real touristy meal was this guy. But then we continued to wander. There was this really tiny, cute door. There was a nice door as well. So yeah, this really cute, tiny door. There was also plants everywhere. I can't emphasize this enough. The Netherlands is freaking green, dude. There are plants everywhere. It was gorgeous. But anyway, a really nice door. Nice door. This really cool old boat. And you can see the canals, the buildings. This is a crazy, crazy. It was so gorgeous and so different. Plants everywhere. And then I turn around and see this and went, who just robbed the trailer park and put it on a boat? Also, Astro Current, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that a ton, dude. Welcome to the stream. This will be saved as a VOD on both YouTube and Twitch. It's on YouTube right now and Twitch. So, Astro, thank you for that follow, dude. I appreciate that. Also, hi, Charm. Charm, we're not quite there yet with the joke, but we'll get there. Anyway, yeah, I looked at this and went, this is just a double wide on a boat. There were a couple of these. I thought it was really funny because I was not expecting that. Because, you see the canals and you see the boats. And you're like, oh, my God, these are gorgeous. Then you see this and go, that looks like the Midwest on a boat. So, yeah. Anyway, we keep walking. While we were waiting for, we were just about to head back on the train. I was like, I got to go see the big canal. So I went and took a pic selfie. And then did I have the other picture there too? No, I went and took a picture of of my selfie in front of the big canal. I got some real pictures too. Vintage took a couple pictures with me too. But I also found Dr. Tube. Dr. Tube was present as well. So I'll be here for about half an hour max. Okay, we'll see. We're on Wednesday. The joke comes on Saturday. So we'll see. Anyway, shortly after, though, we went back and we picked up Leon. And there's this chain of restaurants in Amsterdam and the Rotterdam called Leon. So Leon had to get a picture of him pog-champing at the sign. So I got his pog-champ emote and put it over the top. So, yeah. By the way, before you were asking, Leon's face is covered in every single photo. I made sure to do that. So Leon is covered in every photo. So they greenscape to help with water retention. Yeah. Yeah. So Leon also brought a little stuffed penguin. So we had this little stuffed penguin for the trip. I only got one picture with it, but what are you doing? I am recapping my trip to Rotterdam and the Netherlands and TwitchCon today, Soul. So Rosebeard Gaming, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate that a ton. Is Offie in any of these? Yes, Offie is in these. Although Offie told me I have permission to show their face, I had already covered their face. So all the pictures I have with them, I've covered for stream. I have my personal pictures where they're not. But they told me just before 3 or 4 hours ago that they were fine with me showing their face. But this was on the train. We got on a double-decker train. By the way, love planes. I also love trains. So I got to ride the train with everyone. We didn't get in a quiet car, which was a problem apparently that Lagundo had with his group of people. They all got in a quiet car and had to sit in silence for the entire 40-minute train ride back down to Rotterdam. We did not. We had a lovely conversation. It was really fun. The whole party was there, you know, the 5 of us. So myself, this is also, by the way, we were split up into 2 different Airbnbs, which I'll show in a sec. Yeah, so this was Hype House. Viking Trog, Leon, Vintage Ruby. We were in Hype House. Hype House was a flat. It was one big flat, and it had kind of long with a giant living room and connected kitchen. And then down a hallway, you had a bathroom and 2 bedrooms. One bedroom had 2 beds for Vintage and Ruby. The other had 3 beds for Trog, Leon, and myself. It worked out really well. This ended up being the main hangout spot where like we hung out. There was also, is it in this? That's dinner. Hold on. Skip ahead. There was also a record player with a collection of over 60 records, including 45s. We didn't use the 45s that much. I went through and curated and pulled out all of these records. So the entire time we were hanging out, I was playing with the record player and switching on music and like keeping music in the background. So we had a record player, which was really cool. I looked up this record player. I'm going to buy this record player. I loved it. It's 1-on-1 or 1x1. It's on Amazon for like $180. When I move with my girlfriend into our new place, her first purchase is going to be a grill. My first purchase is going to be a record player. So thoughts on Formula 1? I think it's really cool. I know nothing about it. But yeah, so Earth, Wind, and Fire. The Earth, Wind, and Fire record and the clarinet player, jazz, Benny Goodman records were my 2 favorite. So I hate 45s. It would stop making me change my turntable speed. I don't mind. But anyway, after we got settled into the Airbnb, which was about a 30-minute walk from the train station, because we hadn't quite learned the metro yet, we walked about 30 minutes, 20 minutes from the train station to our Airbnb. We went and got Thai food. I'm into racing, not F1 though. I like IMSA. I don't know what IMSA is, but very cool. We went and got Thai food. This is my first Thai food in Europe. I really wanted Thai food. We all kind of were like, yeah, let's get Thai food. This was a butter chicken dish, and I took a first bite, and I didn't get spicy. I like spicy, but I didn't want spicy, and Ruby didn't want Ruby can't handle spicy, and we both ordered the same thing. I took a bite and went, oh no, because it was really spicy. But asterisk, that's because the spice was sitting on top of the water there, or the liquid. You had to mix it up. Once you mixed it up, the spice was completely gone. But I didn't mix it up first, so I just got a bite of all spice. It was bad. But anyway, after that, we kind of just went back to the Airbnb, and a running trend, that's not a picture. I don't know if I have a couple pictures later on, but a running trend, in this Airbnb, we had a large couch, like enough to fit 4 people. Once also it had an L section that like stuck out as a footrest. We had not a love seat, but like it was like a therapy couch. But like same design as this couch. And then we had 5 other chairs and then 1 like weird wire chair. So we had a lot of seating room. Every single day for like a long period of time, we would end up just sitting in this room chatting, catching up, talking, making jokes, talking about content, talking about how excited we are for stuff, talking about, problems we're having, ideas we have. Like, I felt like Greek philosophers sitting on our comfy chairs and just chatting. It was fantastic. But that was pretty much day 2 Wednesday. That was day 2. So at this point, Hype House is all here. Trog, Ruby, Vintage, Viking, Leon. The National Motorsports Association pronounced like a word like NASA. IMSA is endurance racing. Last weekend of the 4-hour race. Oh, okay, that's really cool. Do they work with Le Mans? The Le Mans race in France? Or is that a different thing? Anyway, day 4. Day 4, I'm realizing I didn't include... Okay, it's a little out of order. So let's start off with... I took a picture of the staircase. We were on the 3rd... Okay, mini rant time. Why the hell is it ground 1, 2, 3 and not 1, 2, 3, 4? Le Mans is this weekend? Woo! Okay. Anyway, we had this argument, and it was really funny because I brought up a really great point, and Marm brought up a really good point, and Quilby was also like, I kind of converted Quilby to agreeing with me, but I was like, you walk in, what are you standing on? You are standing on a floor. Floor one. You are standing on the first floor because you are standing on the floor. You're not standing on the dirt. They had to build a floor for you to stand on. Floor 1. And then floor 2. And then the reverse argument, how many staircases do you have to go up? 1, 2, 3. Anyway, so moving on. The stairs were really trippy. They were all curvy in like a square. There was curvy in a box. It was really weird. But these stairs were, luckily all of us were able-bodied. These were, I never fell down them. No one fell down them. I'm glad no one fell down them, but I was worried someone would. Anyway, so that morning, Ruby and Vintage had to go do something. They'll tell you about that on their own story time. We weren't invited. It was a very exclusive thing that they had to go do with TwitchCon. So Trog, Leon, and I are like, let's go to a boat museum. Because there was the Rotterdam Maritime Museum was right there. So we were like, let's just go to the boat museum. We walk past this really cool old church, and we get to the boat museum. And this is just, it's a historic harbor. So it was originally a harbor that was used. Like, it no longer active, but it was a harbor full of old boats, and then had a big museum building right next to it that was full of maritime artifacts and the history of Rotterdam. So we went in, and it was really, really fun. They had a library of maritime stuff, which was really cool. I love boats. This right here is a picture of the last remaining floating grain silo, or grain elevator. This is a grain elevator that floats on the water. It's not attached to this boat like you'd believe. It's its own separate little thing. When I first saw it, I had no clue what it was. But then I read about it inside the museum that was off to the left, and I learned what it was. I thought that was really cool. So it's a grain elevator floating. And there was a whole story. You can look up the history of Rotterdam and grain elevators if you want to learn more. But basically, workers protested. The reason why there's so much Asian food in Rotterdam is because the workers would protest. This thing's going to take all of our jobs. We're not going to work at the docks, yada, yada, yada. And all the employers went, okay, we're going to bring in cheap Asian labor, and they're going to live here, and we're going to pay them, and they're going to do your job. And then they brought the food with them. So it's a classic story as old as time. Like, that's how it always works. Anyway, nope, skipping. They had models too of almost every boat. That's not a boat. They had models of all the boats, including boat. Like in little boxes, which was really, really cool to see. But afterwards, Trog, Leon, and I, the original plan was like, okay, we're gonna meet up with Chillhouse and gang, which was Avid, Marm, Duvid, Anathra, Acorn, Quilby. Like, we were all gonna meet up and go to dinner. But we weren't really in contact. We were like, let's get some food. So we go to a bagel place. Why are you opening in Photoshop? Okay, anyway, we go to a bagel place, and it was really good. It was Leon, Trog, and I. Leon wears rings, by the way. I don't know if he's talked about that on stream or like on his videos. He wears rings and like jewelry and stuff. It's really cool. This is the best orange juice I've ever had. Not really. It was just fresh squeezed, which is something that's crazy. As an American, fresh squeezed orange juice is extremely rare in restaurants. Usually you're getting like Tropicana or whatever. You're getting junk. Getting fresh squeezed orange juice made my day. And my bagel, so I had soup in a bagel. Fantastic. It was okay. Like, okay, I should have gotten what the others got because they got like, it was called the small breakfast, which was a really yummy bagel with like a berry spread. But Leon gave me his berry spread when he was done with it, so I got berry spread on my bagel. The soup was filling, which is what I needed. So anyway, we got done with that, and we figured we would explore a little bit to make sure we knew where we were going. That's not the right one. At which point, we looked up, what are the stops we need? The two important stops are Leuvenhaven and Zuidplein. Zuidplein is the convention center. Leuvenhaven was near our Airbnb. So I took this picture to send to Vintage, because I thought it was funny. Anyway, yeah. So, after we got food, we met back up with Vintage, Ruby was hanging out with other people. Like Ruby had a lot of friends, like Chaos Core and those group. Ruby went and hung out with those people. Vintage came back and caught up with us, which is why I sent her this picture. Or I didn't, but Trog did for me. We met back up and we're like, let's go to the chill house, which was only 2 blocks away, by the way. When we booked these, we planned it perfectly. They were 2 blocks apart. It was a 5-minute walk. It was fantastic. So chill house, we were like, let's go to the chill house and wait there for them. Like we can't get in, but like, we'll like see if they're home. We get to the chill house, at which point we get a message from like Anathra. We're like, we call Anathra, Anathra's like, we're literally just walked to dinner from a chill house. Duvid's home though, bother him. Duvid and Viking meet up. But yeah, so Duvid had the unfortunate, I'm sure he said this on stream if he hasn't, I'm sorry I'm exposing this. Duvid was sick, like travel sickness, like stomach bug type thing, not like a contagious thing. But he was not gonna be doing well with what ended up being Japanese food and ramen. So he made himself some really simple like stuff. Duvid, what did you end up making for dinner? You had like soup, right? It was like soup. But yeah, we went to a chill house and eventually Anathra came and picked us up and guided the rest of us back to where the others were at. So Leon is standing right here. But yeah, so Anathra came and picked us up, got a hug. And we walked over and we finally found everyone else at the ramen restaurant. And Box actually wasn't there. Box's hotel was on top of this thing. So Box just happened to be in the area. Ruby had me eat pretzels and drink Coke very slowly. Pretzels are helpful. Gonna dip out a little under the weather. Gonna dip out in a little under an hour, by the way. Going for dinner with parents. Sounds good, Solar. But yeah, yeah, so we got our picture. We all ate ramen. I don't think I have a picture of it here. I don't. It was really good, though. I got a teriyaki ramen. Oh, really, really good. Marm got the same thing. She could tell you. Box. This is the wrong picture of Box. I meant to show a different picture of Box, although they've covered their identity here. I meant to cover them with a picture, but they've covered themselves pretty well. Anyway, there's Leon. Quilby. So faces. Now, this is almost the full group. Almost. You've got Viking, Vintage, Box, Acorn. I forgot that it does that. PNG Tuber presses page up and page down when that happens. Anyway, so Viking, Vintage, Box, Acorn, Ruby, Anathra, Trog, Marmalade, Avid, Quilby, Leon. That is almost your full crew. The only people missing from this are Stamio and Nukery, but we'll get that in a sec. Oh my goodness gracious, Anathra!
Anathra raided my stream with Phantom
Hello,
Warriors.
Raiders! Hello, Anathra. Welcome in.
SBK tomorrow? Sure! But yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Anathra, what were you doing? I know you were on your world I was lurking it, but what were you building? Also, Raiders, if you enjoyed Anathra's stream, put a 1 in chat. If you didn't, put a 2 in chat. Anathra, pay attention to who puts what. But anyway, so we almost have the full crew here. You have Hype House, which is Viking, Ruby, Vintage, Trog, and Leon. And then you have Chill House, which is Acorn, Anathra, Duvid, who's not here, and then Stam and Nuke, who aren't here yet. Quilby, Avid, and Marmalade all had hotel rooms and hostels and stuff, so they were staying elsewhere. And then Box, of course, was in a hotel elsewhere as well. So, but yeah, this was the first real meetup. After this, we went back to the Hype House, and we kind of just chilled out. So we took some funny pictures of Leon with his hat. I'd like you to know that in this picture, Avid isn't stretching or lurking. Like this is what do you think Avid is doing in this picture here? I was placing glass panes, then purple candles for Twitch followers. Nice. By the way, there's the record player. There was also a guitar. That's very important for later. There was a guitar. I'm in this picture. That's my phone. How well could Leon see out of that? He has FOV of like horse blinders. So, Ghost got it right on the head. He was throwing it back in this picture. Like the really bad, like really slow, weird arch back thingy. He was throwing it back. It was really funny. I put the head on. That was funny. So, yeah, there's me with the penguin. Also, they had this mirror. There's also a really good angle for like context and sizing wise. You can kind of see like this was the hallway that led back. There's the kitchen. They had an Africa-shaped mirror. I know it's not supposed to be, but I kept seeing this as the state of as the continent of Africa, and I was like, it's an Africa mirror. I didn't point it out for anyone else though until later. Let's see. This one also kind of gives a good sense of scale. Like you can kind of see the love seat thing, the record player. There's a corner there. Like you can kind of see everything. I think that's all the pictures from this day. Yeah. So that was Thursday. Thursday was kind of just a chill day because we were just tired and meeting up. We were very happy to see each other. So day 4 is Friday. And Friday was badge pickup day. Friday started out with a walk to the Souffle Cafe. So Friday morning, we wake up and everyone kind of is like, we're just kind of gonna, some of us want to go to Souffle Cafe. Some of us kind of want to sleep. Some of us, like, jet lag people wanted to sleep. So the people who are already here, good layout shot too. It does. Hi, Colby. We're like, we're going to go to the Souffle Cafe, which is this thing that Ruby's been hyping up for half a year. So we wanted to go. This is the Marktplatz, which was a giant indoor-outdoor market. We go back here later on Monday. So you'll hear more about this place on Monday. But anyway, we get to the Souffle Cafe. It's Shauna Jade, who, if you watched my Craft Mine streams, this is Shauna Jade. So Shauna, Acorn, Anathra, myself, Ruby, and Leon, and we get ourselves souffle. But it's not souffle normally; it's souffle pancakes. I got the savory, which was a souffle with a chipotle mayo, and then basically a BLT in its reduced form, a reduced form of a BLT on the side. It was so good. And I also got a smoothie, which was very good. Shauna Jade got a matcha, and Acorn got this fruit berry one, and they were so good. Oh my God. Did you see the cube houses? I did not see the cube houses. They were so yummy. Anathra, I forgot what you got. If you want to tell us, you can. Ruby got a toast, an egg toast, which is like a big piece of bread that was split in half, filled with bacon and toast and stuff. But it was very, very yummy. But after breakfast, we met back up. Let's see, where's the order? It didn't save these pictures in order, sadly. So, that's not the picture. We met back up, and we all wanted to head into the TwitchCon. You can see TwitchCon there. I took a picture of this really cool poster they had. Same as you, got it. This is Mario, but in like feudal China, feudal Japan era style, which is really cool. We did think about this, you just weren't paying attention. Okay. I'm sorry. But anyway, we headed into the convention hall. Let me see here. Get the order of operations. We went and did badge pickup. But before we did badge pickup, I found this guy. He tried to scare me later on. It was really funny. But I bumped into legs. We went through badge pickup. We got our badges. Order of operations here. Leon got one. We take his picture. There he is, Leon, 69, eat dab with his penguin mask. I got, let me see. I got this hat that day. So this hat that I'm wearing, the Hey Chat hat, which is mostly covered by the band, but I got this hat just then. Also, I didn't bring any kind of shaving equipment. My electric razor battery was dead. I thought I charged it. Didn't. So I didn't get to shave on this trip. So you'll see the beard get longer and longer. Not long, but scruffier and scruffier as we go. But yeah, we got some pictures. So there's all of us. There's Duvid feeling better. Also, Anathra brought cat ears for everyone. So like 20 pairs of cat ears. Like cat ears. So yet another set of cat ears to add to the collection of cat ears that I have now. Yeah, Logan Constellation, welcome in. But then Offie appeared. Offie gave me permission to show their face. This picture I edited with my phone, but Offie appeared. Poof. Offie. We got to hang out with Offie, which was really, really cool. Offie chatted, we hung out. We got to hang out with Offie a little bit more. Was that later? Later this day as well. But was that later this day? Yeah, that was later this day. But yeah. So we let's see, any other badge pickup pictures? Duvid. Good picture of Duvid. Really good picture of Duvid. But yeah, basically we went and got our badges. We saw a lot of really cool people. Like there's Oppo from the Rats SMP, like from Pow Creations, Oppo, Shauna Jade, Sty, Mazees, like lots of really, really cool people. So I need to know, did Aussie pass on my gift to Ruby? Yes. Yeah, that's Oppo, Mazees, Sty, the cat ears. Okay, these need to come off. These are pinching my head. Hold on. If I put them like that, now they're not pinching my head. Voila. Perfect. Huh. Not pinching my head and on the headphones. That's perfect. Anyway, so yeah, we went for a walk and we went to a store. I forgot the name of the store. L something. Basically a nerd store. The nerd store. Also, I need to mention that at this meeting, Lagundo asks if I want to play a game for TwitchCon. A card game. I'll explain it later. It needs its own explanation. I'll explain it when the next photo comes up that has it. Anyway, we went to this store, the nerd store, which is full of like, the bottom level was like Harry Potter, Star Wars, like mainstream stuff. The second level was like video games, like Minecraft. They had a whole Minecraft category. The third level was all anime. I bought my girlfriend a Apothecary Diaries shirt. Yeah. Anyway, badge. Here's the badge. Also, this happened too, but here's the badge for context. So if anyone wants to see it, here's the badge. It says partner on it. I'm really happy. I also got my armband then. Ruby made all of us custom badges though, as well. So Ruby made these for us to wear as well. So we usually ended up having this on the front so people could see it. And then, yeah, this red ribbon indicates that I was a part of the card game. Anyway, yeah, I also got my ribbon, my lanyard, another TwitchCon lanyard, which was cool. Yeah, I'm going to be pulling stuff off this table soon. So also, my original plan was to use this bag for the entire day because this bag is the same bag, but the other one is in here. I have two of these bags. I got these at TwitchCon 2022. So I was going to use this. This broke. I had to use safety pins to hold it together. Very sad. But I solved that problem on Sunday. We'll talk about that. We're skipping ahead a little bit. But anyway, back to Friday. After we were done with badge pickup, and after we went to that place, I saw this picture, and I thought it was kind of funny. There was a seagull on it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. We went with Offie. Offie's with us, by the way. Offie kind of just hung out with us until just after ice cream. So we got back on the train. We went up to the nerd store, as they were calling it. Got our cool stuff, wandered around a little bit more. The group was kind of split up at this point, but planning on regrouping. We went and got ice cream, which this is Duvid, Colby, and I getting ice cream, and it was really good. So, yeah, really, really good. After this, though, I don't have the pictures of it. I might have to pull up the pictures. I think I have to send these pictures. Hold on. I'm going to send these pictures to Discord real fast because these are important pictures. I'm going to send them to the Stream and Video Talk channel of my Discord. But on Friday night, we decided instead of eating out, we would cook dinner. We would cook because we had a kitchen. And what we decided to cook was do a white people taco night. So we did white people taco night in the Netherlands. Hold on a second. Let me quickly make sure that I don't spoil anything. All right. Double check. Okay, cool. So we did white people tacos and I made guacamole. Now, guacamole in the Netherlands is difficult because, well, it's not like difficult. Like they had all the normal ingredients people have, but they don't have Frank's Red Hot. They have Cholula though, which kind of worked. Also, annoying thing about the Netherlands, they don't sell vegetables in single servings. I couldn't just buy one red onion. I had to buy 3. I couldn't just buy 2 tomatoes. I had to buy 4. Like, I love tomatoes. I eat them anyway. But like, all of the vegetables come in bundles. Same with limes. I couldn't just buy 2 limes. I had to buy 3. Like, I don't know why. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. But I made white people tacos. We did white people taco night, and I made guacamole, and it was the first time that Box and Ruby had ever had guacamole or tacos of any kind. So it was fantastic. Like Vintage kind of took charge on the, and then and then Avid and Mar made a giant salad. So we had like a ton of options. Where are you getting your single vegetables here? I can never find them in just one. The grocery store? You could buy veggies in a veggie store? Yeah, but we were at the grocery store. Probably if I went to an outdoor market, I could. But yeah, anyway, this picture was also taken. You'll see this picture later. Again. That's the weird wired chair, by the way. Kale has one of these, by the way. Kale has this chair in white. Fun fact. But yeah, there's Trog and Duvid. But shortly after dinner, Leon and Anathra left to go get Nuke and Stam. Marm and Avid were tired, and who else was tired? One other person was tired. No, Ruby. Ruby went with Leon and Anathra. So Ruby, Anathra, and Leon went to go get Stamio and Nuke. Marm and Avid were like dead. The travel was not kind to them, so they went to sleep. But we played Uno. I brought Minecraft Uno with me on the trip. We played Minecraft Uno. We played 2.5 games. They were gone for an hour and a half. We played 2.5 games. I won one. Vintage won the other. And no one was close to winning when they came home. They came in the door and we all went, ah! We threw our cards down and we just gave up playing. And this was Duvid playing Uno. What Uno does to a person. We were playing with, I feel like they're my rules, but like rules that a lot of us agreed on, which is you draw until you get the card. So it just, and also this Minecraft Uno deck has a custom card that looks, it's called the Creeper. If you draw a Creeper, you have to pick up 3 more cards. But then it's also a wild card for your next turn. Like you have to play it right away and it's a wild card. Anyway, so do what Uno does to a man. But yeah, so Box was there too. Nova so bored. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that a ton. Because of you, we're now up 16,773 followers. So thank you very much. If you want to tell us your days, go for it. If not, though, it's up to you. But welcome. We're happy to have you. Welcome to the stream. Where's my squeaky toy? Where, Walter? Did you eat my squeaky toy? There it is. Anyway, but yeah, shortly after this, though, Nukery comes home, and Nuke's exhausted. Nuke learned a very valuable lesson on this trip. Hi, Nova. Nuke learned a very valuable lesson. Nuke saved $50 traveling from Scotland to the Netherlands. He's directly to Amsterdam, though, or Rotterdam, which is really cool. But he got to the layover airport at like, I don't know. He basically sat in a 10-hour layover. For a travel day that should have been no longer than 5 hours, he spent 10 hours sitting in an airport to save $50. He regrets this decision now and knows not to do this again. But Nuke finally got there. I finally got to hang out with Nuke in person, which was really cool. He was exhausted, though. So, and he got up at 2 a.m. Yep, he got up at 2 a.m. So he's exhausted in this picture. As am I, as you can tell. But that pretty much sums up day 4, Friday. Friday, we're all pre-convention. Saturday is the first day of the convention. But for context, Nuke wasn't alone. Nuke was also with Stamio. Hi, Cece! I also met Cece there. I would rather pay $50, yes. Did you do your horrible accent? Probably, I don't know. But Stamio was also there. I had never met Stam before. Stam is an amazing individual, and I'm very glad I got to meet them. I'll show a picture of them now. So let's move on to Saturday. Saturday morning. Boom. Myself, Acorn, Nuke, Stamio, who's from Sweden, very cool, and Anathra, and Ruby. Ruby, not pictured here, Rubyco, catching up to us, went out for breakfast at what ended up being the only other place we went to twice on the entire trip. This is, once again, fresh squeezed orange juice, and we're all seated here. Oh, Trog joined too. So we all got these seats outside. It was perfect. It was awesome. The weather was fantastic. So everyone's enjoying their drinks, and I got it's called Let's Go Bananas. Oh my God, this was quite possibly the best thing I ate the entire trip. Like, the souffle was good. The Indian was good. The Thai was good. The Japanese were good. This was so freaking good. It was fresh as hell. Blueberries fresh, bananas fresh, honey fresh, and the bread was so good. And the whipped cream, oh, it was so good. We went here twice, Saturday and Sunday morning. So, yeah. Anyway, after we get breakfast, wait, hold on. After we get breakfast, we're walking back, and we found the Scots church. So, of course, we had to get a picture of Nukery in front of it. Freaking out about it. So, yeah. Scots church, baby. Yeah, so, okay. Get stuff in order here. Thank you, Janae L, for the follow. I appreciate that a ton. Welcome to the stream. Because of you, we're now 16,775 followers, so thank you very much. If you want to tell us your day's going, go for it. If not, it's up to you. We're happy to have you. This was like the front area. So like you had the credential pickup area. The main entrance was also through here. The Rotterdam Ahoy, they had it all decorated out. It was really, really cool. Well, let me see. I'm trying to do some stuff. We get inside. Is he Scottish? Nuke is Scottish, yes. We get inside, and this was the opening ceremony. The opening ceremony, Avid described it in his vlog pretty accurately. Definitely felt like a business marketing meeting. Because basically, not Tom Clancy, that's an author. Dan Clancy comes out on stage, welcomes everyone to TwitchCon, and then they announce all of the new features they're working on, which was really cool. I appreciated it. I liked most of them. I have a picture from this. I have a couple pictures from this, so you could see everyone there, Leon, me, Anathra, you know. I couldn't get everyone's attention, but picture, and then going the other way, Stam, Nuke, and I, we're all blue. So, yeah, they also had an axolotl on one of the cameras, which I found out the reason behind that later, but there's Dan Clancy. But it was really cool, kind of just like a big old, here's what's happening. But shortly after this, we wander around and we find these beanbags. This picture's terrible. There's this moment is in Avid's vlog as well. OMG, it did, yes. There are these beanbag areas. Trog, Avid, and I all laid down on them, which is really cool. But also, once we walked in, there was this. That's later in the day. But there was this big old dinosaur. I thought Tom Clancy made. Tom Clancy is an author. The Rainbow Six is originally a book. That game is based on a book. This bet had me laughing. The what? Anyway, there's this really cool inflatable thing. Don't mind the flag. But yeah, let's see. This was like, let's go to the con. So Avid was wearing his, okay. It's in Avid's vlog. So go watch, if you want like a video form of this, go watch Avid's vlog. But Avid wore his MCC jersey. And Avid said, no one's going to recognize me. Like, I'm not that big. No, I'm not. I'm the little guy. No one's going to recognize me. Not even 30 seconds. Not 30 seconds after walking into the convention hall. Like, we get in the doors, like through security. Someone walks over and asks for his autograph and a picture. 30 seconds, not even. Dude goes, I'm not gonna get recognized. It was instantaneous. He instantly got recognized by like 3 people. And it happened for the rest of the day. He got recognized all over the place. They came in waves, but it was really cool. This is just Dash, owner of Twitch SMP. I got a picture with her right as we walked in the door. Not pictured behind camera is Avid signing someone else's book. So yeah, Avid was like, I'm not gonna get recognized, instantly gets recognized, which is really funny. It also helps that he had his giant name on his back, but hey!
Thanks again for the pig Bakrida.
I don't think I have that video. Wait, I have that video. Legs, I'll get to that in a sec. Legundo, hi dude, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that a ton. Let me get that video. I have that video from our DMs, not our DMs, but Maze's and I's DMs. Hold on. There she is. That's not it. That's not it. This is it. Okay. Save. I don't know if I'll be able to send this to my post this because I don't have Discord Nitro. Explain? No. I'll explain when I find the video. Anyway, I'll try to send these to Discord later. But we kind of get in the door. We go towards Artist Alley. We kind of sit down, relax. Like, this is a kind of a candid photo. And at this point, I'm like chomping at the bit to get up to the partner lounge because I'm like, oh my God, I can finally go to the partner lounge. And Avid is like, partner lounge. Avid was so like not into it. He was like, which makes sense because he wants to hang out with his friends. And I'm like, I want to do that too. But also this really cool thing that only we can enter now is I want to go. So we went up there. I don't have any good pictures of it. I have pictures in it, but not like of it. Giant room. Take a picture. You come up this escalator. It's in the middle of the room. And off to your immediately in front of you is a wall with bathrooms off to the side and a table full of water bottles. Prop number, whatever. Water bottles that say Twitch partner on them. I've stuck stickers all over this. But you can get these custom engraved as well. So I got laser engraved VikingPilot on the side. But I got my stickers and stuff. But grab her water bottle. Next to the water bottle stand is a espresso bar, snack bar with like hors d'oeuvres, like crackers and cheese and little pieces of meat and cookies and things like biscuits and whatever. I would call them cookies. I call them biscuits because cookies are yummy. Biscuits are just kind of chalky. Anyway, and a stroopwafels, fresh stroopwafel, like someone's standing there making them fresh. So that was kind of there. And then you're going around, keep going around. You get a bar that's serving like water and juices and stuff like that. And then you have a stage, like a mini stage set up, like over here now, with like a bunch of seating all around it, like comfy lounge seating. And then another bar that was never open, but it was there. And then more doors. When you go through those doors, you get to the laser engraving area. And this is where I found Charm Bar. The joke time. Joke time. Charm Bar. I found Charm Bar. They had a charm bracelet making bar. And I was like, oh my goodness. But then I found something out really sad. Don't eat the charm. Do not eat the charm. So, yeah. Charm bar. But you can't eat the charms. I thought these were really funny. Also, they had this little thing that you could fill out these little heart-shaped sticky notes as a thank the mods. So I filled that out. But unfortunately, I forgot to take a picture of it. But I did it. So hopefully they'll post a picture of that and I can point it out. But yeah, do not the charms. So yeah. After our quick visit to the partner lounge, because we didn't stay for very long, we met back up with the SBK people as Avid was trying to see Ollie. And he was also trying to see Scott. We did find Ollie. Ollie had just finished up with a panel. We did not find Scott. We did bump into Martin, but Martin had a train of like 100 people following him because he was going to do an unofficial meet and greet sign stuff, which was pretty funny. Yeah. There was this giant inflatable live thing on the top floor. So we took an unofficial group picture, not pictured. Ruby somewhere else. Ruby told us at the very beginning, I'm going to disappear and go talk to people. If you need me, text me. We texted them, but unfortunately they didn't see it. So we took a later SBK picture of like just the SBK people. But sir, you are too tall. See, this is a normal picture. This is normal height. Someone else taking this picture. VikingPilot for reference. Everyone's like, oh, you're short. I was the tallest person in the group. Anathra is 6'2". Wearing boots as well. Like, he's wearing boots in this picture. I'm not. I'm hitting him with the... Anyway, so, yeah. You know, you had to do it to him. Anyway, so yeah. After that, Avid was being Avid. So, yeah, I got this picture. Bye, Charm. Also, bye, Solar. But yeah, Avid being Avid. Let's see. But, I'm trying to look at all the pictures. In the mix of all this chaos, the first card was played by me. My first card was played. This is a card that says, give this card to the player if you were able to successfully sneak a selfie with them. Sneak it into a selfie with them. So I took a selfie with May and held the card up and took a picture. She didn't notice until after I took the picture and I gave it to her. Basically, there's this game Lagundo was running with like 50 people throughout the convention hall of all sizes. Martin in the Littlewood was playing this game with us. 4C, Oppo, like all these big creators and then all the little creators and like everyone of all sizes, everyone was playing. Basically, the goal of the game was to get rid of all your cards and then keep it that way because you could be given cards, but like you were playing from the start of the convention to the day after the convention because they had like an unofficial event. I was very good at this game. I guarded my cards very quickly, and I kept getting cards and getting rid of them very quickly. But, yeah. So, the first card that I got rid of was with May. It was good. It was fast. But, I'll try to show... I'll have one more picture that talks about the cards later. But, after... So, at this point... I'm looking at the other pictures, kind of like previews and kind of like... At this point... Oh, this happened. We went and got a picture as a group in front of the MCC stand with everyone we could, which was really fun. Love that. And how many cards were circulation? There were a lot of cards. A lot of cards. Like everyone started with 3 and there were like 20 people at the start. So once again, the card game, I left with 1 card. I lost 2 cards, which was kind of a side effect of them being in sleeves. They were slippery and they stuck to stuff. So I pulled my phone out and it would fall on the ground. I never noticed. I would have ended with 1 anyway, but 110. Legs is the creator of it. So there were 110 total. But this was this picture. But following this picture is this picture, which was really funny. Like, look at the faces in this. Look at his face. Look at Nuke's face. Look at the 2 of them. And look at my face. I don't really know what was going on here. To be fair, it just kind of happened. And then, immediately after... It was immediately after. So yeah, I didn't change pose, by the way. My pose didn't change. I was stanced up, trying not to look like a tower over everyone. Look at how far apart my legs are in order to be the same height almost as Avid. Anyway, yeah, so that happened. This selfie also happened where I'm jumping in the background. There was just a lot of pictures. Lots of pictures were taken. So many pictures were taken. Now, at this point, everyone had kind of like wandered. They kind of done the convention. They kind of done everything that they wanted to do that day. Also, this was all over. Do not feed the Tubbo. Tubbo actually ate the grass. The grass lord was very upset at him. They had this like whole grassy area set up, which was kind of cool. But yeah, so at this point, it was like 4 o'clock. The convention ended at 6 that day. Ended at 6 both days, but it was like 4-ish. Everyone else was like, okay, we're tired. We're going to head home. And I'm standing there going like, there's this, they called it a mixer happening in the partner lounge where like companies would come and talk casually and there'd be drinks and yada, yada, yada. And I was twiddling my thumbs like, do I go to this or do I go home? And everyone else was like, oh my God, you need to go to this. Also, another picture that Colby took of us in front of the thing. But, and everyone else just kind of looks at me and goes, go. And I'm like, okay. So I went to this mixer where the first person I bump into is Looney. At this mixer, I find Looney. So Looney and I just started chatting and talking and having fun. He was like, I can only be here for like 15 minutes. I got to go to another thing that's happening. But like, what's up, man? And we just like chatted and just talked and it was really fun. This is a little shortly after the picture, but yeah, seeing Looney in person and talking to him in person was surreal. That was really cool. And I'm like, okay, my plan is I'm going to go into this mixer, kind of look around. If I don't see anybody, I know I'm going to leave, right? So I go upstairs. I see Looney. Cool. That's 15 minutes. Chat with Looney for 15 minutes. I'm like, and Looney's like, all right, I got to leave. And I'm like, all right, sounds good. And it's starting to kind of fill up. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do one quick spin around. And I'm gonna look and see. This is basically the same story. If you heard the story on Avid's vlog, hold on, pause, times jump. We took a picture here with other Offie. Offie, very cool. Box, Offie, and Athra, Acorn, everyone here. But anyway, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a quick spin around. Technically, the reason why we're here, yes, I told Looney that story on Sunday. I told him that story. He's the reason we're all here. So, yeah. As in Looney Tunes? No. Looney, as in the really cool Minecraft creator, Looney. But yeah, I do like, okay, I'm gonna do a quick flip around, and I'm gonna look and see if I could find anybody else. And I kind of stand up, and I'm towering over everybody, and I look over, like I'm like doing the spin of like, okay, do I recognize any of these people? I saw Curryway and Fulham and one other of the big speedrunning community. Like I walked over and just said, hey, love your stuff, you know, I'm Viking, yada yada yada. And I kind of just, they're like, cool. And they were in a conversation, so I just said, like great to see you, like good luck with your stuff. And I just walked away. But after that, I turn around and there's Fit MC and Phil's a Minecraft and his wife. So, of course, this is Fit's arm, by the way. That's I didn't actually get a picture with Fit. I got a very funny video of Fit that it's not my place to show, but it's really funny. But I didn't actually get a picture with Fit MC. But yeah, she remembered me. Kristen remembered me from 2022 TwitchCon San Diego. She was like, I was like, yeah, I was with Tanisha. We mentioned 2020 Con TwitchCon. You were sitting outside the hallway, weren't you? And I went, yes, I was. So she remembered me. Philza didn't. But before this, I talked to, both of us are wearing techno shirts in this, which was pretty cool. But Fit and I talked about teaching and like how that translates to content, which is really cool. Kind of like that connection. Fit is my male crush. If you've never seen Fit MC before, dude is jacked. He is my goals, but not the bald part. But he's jacked. He's my male crush. Like, oh my God, that dude is impressive. But yeah, so and then I talked to Philza about like content creation stuff, which is kind of cool for a little bit. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do one more flip around, one more look around. Because like the conversation naturally came to an end. I'm like, all right, have a good rest of your time. Talk to y'all later. And I stand up and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do one more look around and then I'm gonna leave. And I find Ollie. So Ollie and I get a picture together. And I asked him about music, and I talked to him about music. Fun fact, if you ever want to talk to these people, or just like in business, like if you're in a situation where you have to talk to a stranger that you know something about, ask them about that thing. So I asked Fit about teaching, because Fit was a teacher who became a content creator. I asked him about that to start a genuine conversation. I asked Phil, I tried to ask him a unique content creation question. And then I asked Ollie about music making. It's a little bit more of a genuine conversation than just, oh my God, I love your content. You can say I love your content. That's a fantastic thing to do too if you don't know what to do. But Fit does know about the sub alert now. I told him. But I talked to Ollie about content creation. Also, I got that crown. That crown is currently sitting on top of that lamp right there. So I also got free lobster socks, which are dirty. I just wore them. But free lobster socks, which I'll show later. But yeah, anything else? As far as that day goes, I also gave out a few business cards that Kale made for me. So Kale made me business cards. So I had a few business cards that I handed out. I didn't give him any of these guys, but that's how it was. Does Fit know? Yes, he does. Hi, Alien Trapdoor. But yeah. So that was kind of, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done. There's no one else here I recognize. I'm going to leave. I'm going to pull up my DMs. This will be the best way to do this. This will be the best way to do this. Oh my God, I'm trying. Oh my God, I'm spoiling everything. Let me see here. Where's May? There we go. So I am trying to record a video for my girlfriend, because I've been basically, if I make a vlog, you're gonna get a ton of just me talking to my girlfriend because I was recording her videos. Anyway, so May comes down the escalator filming me, and I'm like, all right, hey. And I go and talk to May a little bit. And I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? They're like, oh, we're gonna go find Lagundo. He's streaming right now, and then we're gonna hang out. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll follow you. So, see, look. Okay. Lagundo's shimming in this booth. I don't know what this clip is. This clip is one of two things. I'm just gonna let it play. Anyway, I got to scare him again. Woo! So, yeah, Lagundo tried to scare me earlier, and I have that clip too.
I'm just gonna casually record and act like I'm looking at myself.
There's Lagundo, there's me, there's Nuke. Oh, God! Yeah, so I ran off with legs. So, yeah. Hi, Big Lumberjack! Yes, I am tall. Yeah, I got to scare legs again, which was fun. So, but here's the crazy part. When that jump scare happened, right before that jump scare, I'm just like getting ready. I'm like talking. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go do that thing. I'm like, put my stuff down, and someone goes, VikingPilot? And I'm like, hello? And they're like, oh my God, can you sign my book? And I'm like, yeah. And how do you know me? And they're like, Skyblock Kingdoms. And I'm like, oh my God. So these people, don't open in Photoshop. Okay. That was you, Astro? Okay, sorry, I don't recognize everyone's usernames. Hold on, we'll come back to that. Wait, Astro, Astro, is this one you? Are you Astro? Because this one is Cap and Axolotl. Oh, and Roomsmere's here. Okay, Roomsmere's here too. Okay, they're here. People are here. Okay, so this one's Astro. Who's Rooms? Who's? Because that one's Matt. I'm the guy in the armor. Astro's the guy in the armor. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I signed their books. I signed these people's books. They're really cool people. My first time ever getting recognized. Not like, because like in 2022 TwitchCon, Okami fan was texting me, being like, I'm here. Do you want to meet up? And I'm like, yes, let's do it. I'm most in the right. Got it. Okay. But like in this case, I was doing something else and someone goes, VikingPilot? I'm like, huh? Hello? And then I signed their books and I'm like, do you guys know that the rest of Skyblock Kingdoms is basically here? And I think they went, yeah, we saw Ruby, but not everyone else. I know about everyone else. So I told them that not the rest, but like there's like 10 of us here. So it was so cool meeting you guys. But yeah, so we took a picture, and then after that I jump scared Lagundo. And then I gave the security a heart attack. And I informed them, I was like, yeah, we're friends. And Leg's like, yeah, we're friends. I got in a lot of trouble, but it was really funny. It was worth it. So yeah, after all of that, I swear to God, it's because I opened it in Photoshop originally to cover faces before I realized that they themselves posted it on Tumblr with their faces. So I was like, I don't have to cover faces here. We're good. So yeah, after this, I was like, all right, I'm going to head back to the hotel or back to the Airbnb. I get back to the Airbnb and it's like, who wants to go get ice cream? It was like 9 o'clock at night or something like that. Like, who wants to go get ice cream? The ice cream place that was really, really good right next to us, completely like full, like line out the door. Like, this is too much. So the people who went to go get ice cream were myself, Stam, Avid, Duvid, Marm, and I took this picture, and I got a little closer, and I got a little closer. It's a great picture. Thank you, Esther. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Sleep well. And then I got a little closer. Bye, Solar. But yeah, I had fun messing with Avid. They also had a really funny, like, I don't know, the word for nut is funny. Hazel. And I got myself a shake. I grabbed Vintage. Was it Vintage? No, it was Nuke. Nuke really wanted ice cream, but he was otherwise disposed. So I got him ice cream as well. So, bye, Astro. But yeah, yeah. And the only other thing of importance to come out of that night is this photo. Good night, Anathra. The purpose of this photo is to show how really cool the record player was and the Earth, Wind, and Fire album. You could see, like, and the guitar. So there's a guitar, you know, and, like, the album and, like, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like, there's nothing else really of importance going on in this picture. Yeah. Bye, Anathra. Nothing of note. Yeah. Just two dudes, you know, sitting on a love seat. Both had taken off one sock. Or in this photo, you could see Quilby is actively trying to take off a sock. So, unrelated though, the record player is really cool. So, yeah. I believe that is... Oh, I also got a photo with Dan Clancy, CEO of Twitch. Hi, CEO of Twitch. You're probably not watching. But hey, so... Yeah, I think that is all of the photos from this day, from Saturday, that I can share on stream. So, hi, Moonstar. Happy Pride Month, everyone. We did it. Did we say that yet? Happy Pride Month. This was taken the day before Pride Month. You're going to give Crystal specifically a heart attack. I don't know who Crystal is, but good. I need to give more people heart attacks. Next up is Sunday morning. So Sunday morning started off very similarly to Saturday morning. First off, oh wait, that's the wrong order. We went to the same place for breakfast, but this time we were joined by Quilby and Leon. Trod? Trod? Hey, thanks for the follow. I thought you were already following. Hey, how's it going? Hey. Anyway, happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. But yeah, so we sat out back this time. I got the same thing. I was like, I know exactly what I want. I got the same thing. Calf for reference. Anyway, orange juice. I got a large this time. And Stam, weren't you already following too? Anyway, there's Stam. Speaking of the devil from Sweden. Anyway, but yeah, we got breakfast. The banana bread was so good. It was so good. But yeah, so we had breakfast at the same place. We went over and met up with the Chill House. This is, I think, the only video evidence or picture evidence from inside the Chill House. It was a 4-story. They had Legos and a Switch. We didn't use it, but you could see everyone here. What do you mean the devil? Nothing. Yeah. After that, though, we went back to the convention hall. Got another picture out front. Got a picture with Nuke, Duvid. Those stairs. The stairs are the devil, actually. That's a good point. The stairs are the devil. Picture with me and Stam and Duvid blurry. So, yeah. Immediately after getting inside, Nuke goes, bring me to Father. I want to talk to Father. Where's Father? I want to talk to Legs. Where's Father? Where's Dad? Where's Father? To which I found them, and I bonded them, and I took a whole bunch of pictures getting closer and closer and closer to their face in 0.5 until I just have this. Look at how shiny this man's head is. They're also blue. There's a really funny behind-the-scenes picture here. And then there's this picture here. They did a big MCC Rising picture shoot, and Duvid and I were just there being sad, and Duvid's just... So, yeah. Hey, it's smooth and shiny, dude. It's impressive. You keep it well. You and Wade both. Yeah, like Linksy Liam is in this picture. That's May's back. Ruby. That's CC right there. Like, it's really cool people. Duvid, I don't know. Duvid does stuff, man. This should be his profile picture. I feel like Duvid should do a challenge. Like, if he hits a certain number of subscribers within a certain time frame, he should make this his profile picture for a while. Long pause. for no particular reason. Anyway, yeah, so that was that. What else happened? Shortly after, yeah, okay, got the order. Shortly after this photo, I was like, I'm going to go up to the partner lounge and just kind of poke my head in. I do that, and I bump into Looney again. I didn't get a picture with just Looney. Avid showed up eventually too. But Looney and I sat at this table just talking about his night before and talking content, and I told him the story of how from him I got here, like, and we just chatted and had a lot of fun. And Avid joined us a little bit later. He wanted to get espresso for Marm and himself, but he stuck around a little bit and chatted, and it was really, really fun. And then I turn around, because the whole reason I'm even standing there in the first place is because these two were at the bottom of the escalator. I really wanted to talk to Joel and Lizzie's husband, or Lizzie's husband and Lizzie. So that's why he was up there for so long. Yeah. So I was like, oh, because like they had a whole bunch of fans around them. So like, oh, I'll just go stand up on top of I'll just go wait at the top where they're going to end up anyway. And I'll just catch them on the way up, and then I'll just, move on. Don't worry, I have the actual photo too, but I thought that'd be really funny. Anyway, so I'm standing up there waiting, and I'm chatting with Looney. I'm like, it's so cool seeing all these people, and like, I'm just talking to people. And then I turn around, and there's Martin in thy Littlewood, who followed me, by the way. Hi, Martin, if you're here. Martin followed me on Twitch the day after this. Monday, Martin follows me on Twitch, which was freaking cool. Speaking of though, what does that look like right there? Martin got me with the selfie card. Also, we look like we could be related. He looks just like one of my cousins. Not even kidding. But, yeah. Martin and thy Littlewood and I took a selfie and chatted. Also, Eloise was there, which is really cool. And we kind of just talked. Like, the thing about the partner lounge that was so cool was, like, you're just talking. Like, we're just people. We're just talking. So, like, we had conversations. A little bit at the bottom of the escalator, actually, Avid, Martin, and I chatted a little bit. I told Martin how I used to watch the Yogscast parodies while playing Minecraft, and he thought that was really cool. And we kind of just talked a little shop and stuff. But, like, it was just really, really cool, like, talking to these people that I've known for years. Or, like, not known, but, like, watched for years. Also, there's myself, Looney, 4C, Sandwich Lord, and Avid, which was really cool. Also, there's a really good picture of the partner lounge, actually. There's the tables. There's the espresso bar, snack cart thing. There's all these tables. Stroopwafel, little bar, stage over there. So, did you hit anyone with the old beam? I did not, no. Yeah, there's 4C and Sandwich. And it was really cool. What else? Did anything else happen in the partner lounge? Any more partner lounge pictures? No. So, this really funny picture from breakfast. More meme potential. Nuke's dying. I'm not happy about it. But yeah, this day is probably the longest day to cover. So, but we're just chatting in the partner lounge. It's really fun. At this point, though, it's like, all right, it's time for MCC. It's MCC time. So we're all going into MCC. And as we're walking in, we get there really early. They're playing chess, which is really cool. I leave to go to the bathroom. I come back and I see a stupid, dumb idiot with orange hair wearing a box on their head. We'll get back to that later, though. They didn't see me do this picture, by the way. But, yeah. We're going to MCC. We're going to MCC, which is really cool. So Leon, Stam, Nuke, not Nuke, that's Trog. Nuke, Trog, Anathra, Duvid, Acorn, Quilby, and I. And we're like, we'll save a seat for Marm, because Marm was hanging out with Avid. We'll save a seat for Marm. I swear to God. I'm like, Marm, I will stay standing until you find us so you can easily find us, dude. I stand for maybe like 15, 20 minutes. I turn around. I'm like, oh my God, there's Lizzie. Because they saved Lizzie. They like had reserved seating in the front, like of the bleachers. And I go, oh, there's Lizzie. is that Marm? And Marm is walking and talking with Lizzie. And they sit down in the reserve seating. So of course, I walk down and go, oh, hi, Marm. And she goes, I'm so sorry. I saw your message, but I didn't get to reply. And I'm like, it's all good. Have fun. And then I returned. So yeah, Marm got reserved seating in the front row with the people who were cool, I guess. But yeah, we watched MCC and MCC live. This was the setup for the chess. And then they had Tubbo DJing, which was really funny. DJ Tubbo. Also, the dichotomy, I didn't get a good picture of it. This says collab, right? Collab between Tubbo and Moonkachu. So what happens is they had a DJ booth and then this table with a chair. So Tubbo's over there DJing with music and stuff, and it's like kind of hype, getting really hype. And then it pans over to Moonkachu, and she's just doing art. Like, she is sitting there as though she is sitting in complete silence, drawing art. And it's for MCC. It's MCC art. Like, it's got the gas and stuff. Like, it's really cool. But it's just like, the dichotomy is really funny. Like, it was really cool. But DJ Tubbo, man. DJ Tubbo. But yeah. Where did I get this picture? Oh, I took this picture. You can see the gas. This was in the reserve seating. So Marm and I get a picture in the reserve seating. Also, fisherman duo, fishing hut duo, bounty hunters reference. Fishing hut duo. Anyway, yeah, so I got a lot of cool pictures. Like, it was really pretty. The stage was really cool. They had this stage set up permanently. Also, there's Wadebox and Jojo Solos. But they had this stage set up permanently. They also got rid of all the color. There's lore in MCC this year. If you didn't watch it, it was really cool. Lore. They got sponsored by Blank Corp, who found that colors were inefficient. So they got rid of all the colors, and then they kind of came back slowly over time, and they had to beat the colors. But, yeah. Also, when multiple times, Wadebox heard me, specifically, heard me, because I'm loud. And when Avid's team came out, I stood up and cheered, and he heard me then. Also, he heard me because I was mic'd at one point, because they were like, Minecraft mob sound effect recreation challenge, who can do the wither? And I was like, screw it, I'll do the ambient wither sound. You know, like the one where it's like when he's like not locked onto a mob and he's just kind of chilling, and he like makes like passive sounds. So I went, or like, and like Wade apparently heard that really loud in his ear. Anyway, so yeah, Avid on stage on the big screen. He looks tired, but you can see him. That's like a good picture that kind of shows for scale, Avid for scale. But yeah, MCC was amazing. It was really cool. Also, this is a picture of the chest that was happening before, but you were so loud. You could hear me. I guess for reference, do I have a good picture? Do I have a good picture of the stands? So we're sitting about here. I'm on the stairs. Like, I have the aisle seat. 4 rows in front of us, and to the right were the 4. Were Roomsy and Astro and Captain Luddle and the 4th. And that was pretty funny. Oh, I forgot to mention. Before MC... Why are you opening here? Why? Anyway, before MCC, we got this picture because we were all sitting at this table. By the way, don't worry about the pigeon. We don't know who this man is. He just showed up because he saw Leon in a penguin mask. Anyway, we got this picture of SBK and friends with friends. So we were sitting at this table. They were sitting at the table right next to us. Trog said, I didn't get a straight answer. Who was there first? Because apparently Trog said we sat, like, because I came down for the partner lounge and they were here with Avid. I don't know, but they got a really cool picture. It's pronounced Rose. Thank you for correcting me. But yeah, so we got this really cool picture of SBK and friends with a random pigeon and the 4 fans that recognized us, which was really, really cool. You guys were first? Okay. I wasn't sure, but that was really cool to come down and see you guys sitting right there. Yeah, MCC happened. I got this for lunch. So it was a sausage roll and a hot dog. Again, I keep forgetting to take bites. So I kept forgetting to take the picture for a bite. I had my first sausage roll, which everyone kept talking about. It was yummy. And then I had a hot dog. It was yummy. That was MCC lunch day. And then what else? As far as the actual convention goes, MCC ended. And we got a couple pictures with like MCC and friends. Trog, this is a really bad picture because Trog is hidden. But I also bought this bag. Like, you can see this bag now. I had this bag. I bought this bag. It's a crossbody bag or a fanny pack, depending on how you wear it. Jam. I'll open that later. Anything else in here of importance that I want to show off? No. In here. My passport. Don't show that on stream. I forgot to pull out the kazoo. I brought this all the way to the Netherlands and never once used it. Anyway, probably for the best, honestly. But yeah, we also bought. I'm so glad to have you back. The event crud has nothing to play with. The event crud is bad. It's still hitting me actually. I'm fading, but I'm holding out. So I bought this bag. I also got 3 Twitch pins. I bought 3 of the mystery pins, and I got a gold pin, which Stam and I both opened pins at the same time and both got gold pins. I think Quilby will include that in his video, in his vlog. I think Quilby's doing a vlog too. Hi, girl. I am currently live. What's up? You choose. My place. I need to do dishes if we do it at my place. Okay, sounds good. Love you. Bye-bye. All right. That was the girl. Just clarifying dinner plans. But yeah, we got this picture with SBK and friends and then just SBK. So, which was really cool. So, and you could see a better close detail of the pins. But, yeah. So, also I got a picture of LD Shadow Lady's husband, which is pretty cool. And, yeah, we went outside. Oh, I also got a picture with Cam Bam. But he's like, I want a funny angle. Good picture, good pose. I'm like, what about this? So I did that, and we did this. So Cam Bam and I got a photo together, which was fun. But yeah, so after that, we went back outside where I found Just Dash. She stole one of the diamond blocks. Like, I was like, where'd you get that? She's like, I took it. I was like, where? She's like, I just walked by, picked it up, and left. So she got one of the diamond blocks. Dash was cool. Dash was really cool. It was fun getting to meet her. We kind of just, like, I took a last picture in front of the thing. Like, we're kind of leaving at this point. Our plan was to go back to the Airbnb, drop our stuff, and then go to the MCC after party that Avid was invited to with unlimited +1s. So we were all very excited. So we all drop our stuff. I changed. It was lovely meeting you guys, Viking. I have to go to sleep now. Good night, Rose. Sleep well. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciated it, done. I got a couple parting pictures with people. Not parting, but like leaving the convention with Trog, Abbott, and I. This is a really good picture. I really like this picture of the two of us. But yeah, we're like, all right, it's time to go to this after party. The only 3 I have, I guess, 4 pictures, 5 pictures total, but only like 2 of them are actually from the after party. One of them are the chicken strips I bought, and the other one is with Tubbo. It was at this really cool, like, bar slash minigame place slash arcade, whatever. At the actual thing, we show up. Avondale was there, which was really cool. Chatted with him a little bit. A developer from Minecraft was there, which was really cool. Chatted with him a little bit. Noxite was there. Didn't actually get to talk to him, but he was there. We're sitting down and just kind of chat at 2 different tables. I look over. I see Philza and Fit walk in again with their wife, with Kristen. I see, like, I'm like, that's cool. Went over and said hi to them. Came back over. I turn around and the entirety of the cast of Lifesteal SMP walks in. And Quilby had beef with Rec Rap, so it was really funny because not real beef, but like we made that connection happen. But yeah, I was VOD watching some of the Lifesteal Cruise IRL streams. They had the Tubbo down at one point while he was also live. Nice. But yeah, Lifesteal SMP is there, and like Looney's there, and Legs is there now. People are starting to kind of pile in, and I stand up. I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna talk to people. I go talk to Rec Rap and the Lifesteal guys. Prince Zam, Forsey, and Rec Rap are standing in a group, and I'm chatting with them. And Prince Sam goes, oh my God, VikingPilot, I watched you before I started making content. I'm like, what? I need to talk with him again. I want to talk to Zam and be like, hey, so when you said that, what do you mean? Anyway, but they were there was a mini golf upstairs, and they were like, let's go play mini golf. And I'm like, oh, I gotta eat my chicken. I ordered my food, but if you're still playing, I'll go. And then I see my food show up. Yeah, right? Anyway, I ate my food. I turn around. They're all still standing there. So I come back over, and they're like, let's go play mini golf. I'm like, bet. So Looney, Rekrap, Jaren, and 4C and I all go play mini golf. I regret this because this, like, if I could change one thing about the trip, I would have not done that. It did help, but also, like, Rekrap and Jaren left after the second hole because they were bored, and it wasn't really that good. It was really scuffed. Like, in a not fun way, it was kind of terrible. But Looney spent €60 to pay for all of us to play. So I was like, I'm going to play this out. Leon joined us a little bit later. Like, after, like right before Rekrap and Jaren left, Leon joined us and, like, took their spot. So I was like, oh, I feel bad. But, like, 4C and I and Looney and Leon had a fantastic conversation, just chatted, having fun. Yeah, we finished out the hole, went back downstairs. Everyone was kind of leaving, but then I went over and said hi to Tubbo. We got a picture with Tubbo. We go stand outside, and there's Shovel and Scott talking to Avid and Marm and, like, a couple other people. And, like, I pull, like, and we're chatting about stuff, and Ruby's chatting with Scott, and I see Shovel's kind of standing there, so I kind of walk over and talk to Shovel and be like, hey, Shovel, blah, 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 blah. And, like Shovel and I kind of bonded. It was kind of fun. But, yeah, on the train ride back, there's FitMC. FitMC, I had a quote book. I can't share all the quotes. FitMC has an appearance in my quote book. They get to this. We're standing at this station. We split in half because half the group needed food. The other half the group just wanted to go home. We're standing at this train station. I look over and I see crossing the street is Fit, Phil, Kristen, Sneak Snag, and a couple other friends. And they get to the station and Fit just goes, that bar sucked. Really loudly. So, yeah, Phil's is not pictured here, but he's standing, like, right over there watching the train time. But, yeah. I took a picture on the train. Random person. These are two random people, but good energy. So, yeah. We get home. We're all tired. We all go to bed. That's the end of Sunday. Oh, my God. We're only at Sunday. Okay, good. I've only got 3 days left. All right, so Sunday, or Monday. Monday was a bit of a weird day. So Monday morning, sadly, Stam, Nuke, and Duvid had to leave. Very sad, but, or not Stam, sorry, not that morning. Stam left later that day, but not that morning. We went to the Souffle Cafe again, though. Oh, hello, girl.
The wall wouldn't open. I'm like, not again.
Oh.
But then it turned. Look, it made
Boy.
It made a dividend.
How dare. We'll have to check that. Anyway, the girl is here. She's very happy I'm back. Bread. Thank you for the bread. I appreciate it. But we went to the Souffle Cafe. I had my first level boba tea. It was pretty good, but I regret getting a boba tea and a sweet souffle. I should have gotten the savory souffle or an egg toast because it would have countered so much better. Like, it was just too much sweet. But this was delicious. This was delicious. I got a brown sugar boba tea. This is a really good picture I have of Stam at the Souffle Cafe. It was really funny. But yeah, so Duvid and Nuke had left at this point. Like, we hung out with them in the morning. Where's my video? Oh, it's right there. I'll get to that in a sec. This was the morning of before Duvid left. So I don't think you guys can hear this, but this was just kind of hanging out. There were a couple times. I think I have another. Yeah, right here. She hasn't opened it. This was Astrovan. There were many times, I guess 4 times total though, where Avid would just start playing one of his songs and all of us would just sing along, sitting around in that room. Also, I got a picture of the Chunklock meetup. Chunklock meetup. We can't hear it over your stream music. Wait, is it on music? Wait. wait. So you can't hear it? It's just not there. Okay, there's no audio for it. That's fine. I think you hear this. Ooh, doo. That's not it. I want you to hear this because this is fun. But yeah, we were just kumbaya around the guitar, just All of us singing songs and having fun. The girl is happy to have the kitty. Can I make this work?
Here, I can.
Cat. Just upside down delivery. There he is, guys.
Dark mode. Dark.
Shark mode. Shark mode. Let me see here.
Where's chat?
Chat's right there.
Oh, there's chat. Oh,
It's now right there.
It's a little delayed. I was like, dang, nobody cares about walls.
Properties.
Wall type.
Maybe under system. Hopefully this works. Nope. Hold on. I'm going to try to media player. Okay. Now it should work. So this was after Duvid had already left, unfortunately. Duvid had already left, Nuke had already left. But we also did he played The Seed, and the first song he did was Brightside. We all sang Brightside. That was together. Like, he started playing it, opening Rift. We all just kind of looked at him, and then he just kept playing. We all sang along. This was the last song he did, but.
Come back season 2.
Nothing too big to ignore. Just what we were looking for. Your welcome is unwelcome.
I mean, happy gas, ask my gas.
Oh, child. I have the baby. But yeah, so that was that. Play music again. Yeah. Whoop. They can't see it, but it was funny. His ears went completely flat. But yeah, so that was that morning. At this point, Marm and Avid had to leave. At this point, we're all kind of like getting kind of down because, you know, people are leaving. We're like, we miss our friends. But we were like, all right, well, let's go to the mark plots. So we went to the mark plots. More fish, by the way, but more stuff. It was really, really cool. I got my cheese finally. This was really good Gouda. Really good Gouda. Little did I know I'd get more cheese than I bargained for because I got 2 of these. These are Korean corn dogs. These? Okay, well, listen. So I got 2 Korean corn dogs. I'm sorry. Sit down and join us. Sit down and join us.
I'll cook dinner.
Okay, fine. Pull up the stream and listen. Let me just tell a story. So Korean corn dogs are different because you can get them with cheese instead of dog. Or like half and half, right? And they also come covered in stuff. So like I got this one covered in crushed up Doritos, they said. Doesn't look like a Dorito, but. And then this one was covered in potatoes. Like potato squares. I ordered 1 half and half and 1 normal dog, like hot corn dog. I got 1 cheese dog, so all cheese, no hot dog. So it's literally like a corn dog that's filled with a cheese stick. It's just a mozzarella stick, but it wasn't mozzarella. It's a different kind of cheese. Covered in potatoes and ketchup. And the other one I thought was all cheese. Luckily, it was half and half. The bottom half was hot dog. The top half was cheese. I got a lot of cheese. It was bad. It was funny. Not much dog. All cheese, no dog. But yeah. So, but we sat outside and we named this pigeon Duvid. Because Duvid kept coming up to us and trying to take our food. So, you leave now? Love you. I'll see you soon. That's the water bottle I got. You want to look at stuff? Look at this stuff. I got some show and tell food. I got that for Walter. I was going to show that off later. I got a toy for Walter. It's a wind-up mouse. That comes later. You should show him this, actually. See if he plays with it. It wind, like you pull it back and it... Let's see if he likes it. Maybe it's a wind-up? It's a wind-up. Okay, hold on. Duvid is a shapeshifter. We keep making jokes, though, that every pigeon was named Duvid. So, yeah. Oh. He likes it, though. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, on Monday was the day Leon wanted to show us his special talent. And we were going to an arcade. So, on the way to the arcade, we got this cool picture of me. And we also I got this cool picture of whatever the hell this is. Bye, love you. Sounds good. Love it. This was a bike parking garage that was very full. This is insane. I want to live in the Netherlands for a part of my life, I think. It's crazy cool over there. I love it. But yeah, We get on the train. We go to the trolley tram thing. We go to the arcade, and on the way there, we find more Duvids. Sleepy Duvids, specifically. Sleepy Duvids. This is next to the cube houses. Did I miss the cube houses? Okay, well, whatever. But on the way to the arcade, we find Trog's special interest of rock climbing. A public outdoor rock bouldering area. So here's a picture of Trog bouldering. And here's a picture of Trog completing a course. And here's a picture of Acorn bouldering. And here's a picture of Anathra bouldering. I don't have a picture of... I have one picture of myself. I am too dang tall for this. The starting pose was really bad. Also, I don't climb. My forearms were sore for 4 days after this. I want to get into rock climbing, though, because it's a really good workout, and it's fun. Didn't want to leave, yeah. But yeah, so we did some rock climbing, and there was some cool... There was also something I refused to take a picture of, but it was like a cursed demon face. I was like, if I take a picture of that graffiti, my phone is getting cursed, and I'll be destroyed. But yeah. Anyway, we rock climbed for a little bit, and then we finally get to the thing that we all went there for, an arcade. Specifically, this machine. Pump It Up 2023 Phoenix. Oh, it is an Advantage EA car. Just I don't have those muscle groups developed. Leon plays this game competitively. This is his workout. He does this for cardio and workouts, too. That is not the right one yet. Anathra and I, like, we all got to try it. It was really fun. A little disorienting when you're not used to it, but it was really fun. I gotta find Leon's Blue Sky, because this is the best way to do this. If you haven't seen this clip yet, this is Leon in the penguin mask. Watch his feet. Dude, it was impressive as hell. Doubles in the mask. He's playing doubles with two people. So anyway, yeah. After that, we played another mini game that was like, I was really good at. It was drums. So drum major, doesn't actually play drums, but good at thing. So yeah, we also did a picture, because these guys got stuff from the tickets. So any other pictures from that? No, so okay. I skipped something. The morning before Duvid had left and Nuke had left, this happened. I got permission, by the way, to show this. You can see in this picture, actually, the thing I want to point out is how cool Ruby's merch is. So Ruby's merch, Ruby was wearing their merch on this trip, and it was really cool. Like, the focus of this picture is the merch. Don't mind anything else in it. Don't. I can make him dance. Anyway. Yeah. That happened. Skip ahead now, though. We are back. We're getting back. We left. And right around this time, we're like, let's do dinner. But let's go get our own stuff. So Vintage and I, right below our place, like a Korean KFC. It wasn't actually KFC. Korean fried chicken place. So I get a bibimbap for dinner, which was delicious. Hold on. Music, please. Which was delicious. This was fantastic. Like, oh my God, delicious. And while we're eating dinner, we're watching Mig's 100 Days Skyblock video, which you haven't seen, by the way. You should definitely watch it. But everyone was in it. Leon was in it. We were just watching. So, yeah. Another picture of the record player, but open. Anything else from that day? I think that's all the photos from that day. Oh, that morning. The Duvid containment breach alarm has gone off. He's escaped containment. We can't find him. Yeah, basically we're leaving the Souffle Cafe and the nation's national security alarm, like, warning system goes off. This is a test. Like, Duvid heard it too. Duvid says that went off after he got through security. So he got through security and the alarm goes off. So we were right. I was like, it's the Duvid breach alarm. Duvid's breach containment. So yeah, I have a longer video of that, but that's the funniest part of it. So yeah, Duvid caused a freak out. Good picture was with Kulbi before Kulbi left. Kulbi left from the arcade because he had to catch a flight home. So at this point, we're going into Tuesday. Tuesday, this is everyone who remained. Of the original party, we now have all of Hype House, plus Anathra and Acorn. Tuesday morning, we did like breakfast in the Airbnb. Like, we didn't go get anything, but we had explored a little bit beforehand and been like, where do we want to go? Like, we want to do an excursion. So we went to a town called Utrecht, which is where I got this badge from. This badge, I'll post a picture of it later, just says you. It's really funny. But yeah, we went to Utrecht, which was really fun. So we wake up, we kind of walk to the train station, and we get on the train. And the reason to go to Utrecht is because it was really old and had a lot of really old architecture, which we wanted to see. But there was also a museum. I hate Leon for this. Yeah, like that, Abby's in. Utrecht is gorgeous. But we get to Utrecht, we walk around. Utrecht has all these really cool, like, in-canal buildings. We kind of walk around. That morning, I also saw some plants with a plant passport, which was funny. So, hey, Avid! I'll bring it back for Avid.
P.
So back to the P topic. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also got this friendship bracelet that says Stinky on it, and Avid got one that says back to the P topic. Anyway, Utrecht was really fun. We get to Utrecht. It's really pretty. Like, this is just a piece of it. And the first thing we do is go to a cafe on the recommendations of the friend. It's called the Village Coffee. Oh my God. This is the best hot chocolate I have ever had in my entire life. The best hot chocolate I've ever had in my entire life. Usually, European hot chocolate is too bitter for my liking. And American hot chocolate, usually from like a Starbucks, is trash. This was the perfect balance, and it was so good. I almost ordered 2 cups, but I just got one. After we got breakfast, or like cafe, hold on, there's another picture. This is like the interior of it. It was also like right next to a tattoo parlor, so like they like were joint or whatever, but yeah, like these are the vibes. I was like, it's giving like emo Midwest, Pacific Northwest emo, like emo, but I don't know. But yeah, we sat here, we had our lovely stuff. And then we went to, oh, I found this. This was funny. Hey, dork. I thought that was funny. But we went to, did I get a picture of the outside? Vintage Island. No, that's not where we went. I don't think I got a picture of the outside of it. Basically, it was a music museum. A museum of musical instruments. Specifically, oh, that's, yeah. Where is it? I guess I just have pictures from the inside. So this is like a museum of self-playing instruments. Penn Island, yes. So all of these are self-playing instruments, either like cuckoo clocks or, in this case, this is like a wind-up wheel. Like this one is one that you'd see in a giant dance hall. like self-playing instruments. Also, this thing, Vintage really likes this thing. I make sure to send it to her at about 3 a.m. But yeah, like lots of really cool old instruments. Really cool. We got to hear all of them play as well, which was so, look at the detail. These were so cool. But yeah, really pretty red trapdoor buildings thing, like really pretty. But yeah, after the museum, we walked around Utrecht a little bit more. I found the Duvid bench and the Viking bench. It's the Duvid Viking bench, which reminds me, why are you opening in Photoshop? There we go. Duvid and Viking bench. Look at us. Totally real photo. But anyway, you can put them in places. I'm debating if I should send this PNG out for the world to have of just Duvid upside down. But yeah, anyway, we're kind of, so Utrecht is famous for this giant tower, like standalone, disconnected from everything tower. So we're walking around Utrecht. We see this tower. Hold on. I guess that's the only picture I have. We spent way too long talking about how big it would be in Minecraft. Like when I say way too long, like we were walking up to it talking about it. We walked through it. So on the other side of it, probably like 20 minutes just talking about how we would build it in Minecraft. Acorn was like, it's at least a 32 by 32 base. And like, I was like, yeah, you'd have to have at least 4 blocks or 3 blocks of depth to give the detail you want. But then we decided, let's eat dinner there. We also got more boba tea. We went to like a spiritual shop. Trog bought tarot cards, which was cool. We got Turkish food for dinner. We accidentally sat down at a very fancy Turkish restaurant. So it was very expensive. It was very good. I don't know if I'd ever get it again, but it was very good. But yeah. And then we left and went back home. On the way back, I saw an alien spaceship stuck on the side of a building. And Vintage Island. Skyblock Kingdoms Season 2 teaser. Vintage Island. Surprisers. Vintage is by herself. And there's the tower in the background again. But any of these pictures I haven't shown yet? I think that's all of them. Whatever this is. Oh, that's the, yeah. Oh, yeah. There was also this joke of this, and we were like, everywhere we go, we see his face. Where's Nukery? Because, you know, Shrek is supposed to be Scottish, Nuke Scottish, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, it was just really pretty. Utrecht was very pretty. So, yeah. Then this happened. This one was in the SBK Discord. I still find it really funny. The first message was like a woo, really cool or something like that. The second message after sending this picture is, I love the reflection of Vintage in the glasses, which tells me that that person, first instinct, was open and zoom and look at the reflection to see who's in the reflection. But yeah, that was Tuesday. That was the last day. I went to bed at 12:30 that night. We sat up talking. Trog gave me a tarot card reading. That was really fun. I'd never had a tarot card reading before. Trog did it for me. I got a picture of it. It was really cool. But anyway, we stayed up. We didn't want to leave, basically. None of us wanted to leave. The hardest part of the trip was saying goodbye to everybody. Like, it was the coolest thing ever. I got this little duck from Leon. A random person stuck this on Leon's head, and then Leon was like, I don't want it. And I was like, I'll take it. It had sunglasses that survived the trip. Didn't survive Walter. Walter tore this thing up. He already tore the glasses off, tore the beak off. I found the beak. I haven't found the glasses. But, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, I went to bed at 12:30. I woke up at 5. I woke up at 5 a.m. I then walked to the train stop, get on the train. The train ticket, automated ticket machines, by the way, were down completely for everybody. down. Like, you cannot buy a ticket. Luckily, you can tap in, tap out with a tap credit card, and I had literally the week prior to my trip gotten a tap credit card. So I was able to tap through the gate, get on the train, and tap when I got off the train. I found my first windmill as well on the train. This is on the sitting on the train. My first windmill of the entire trip, because the Dutch are famous for their windmills, apparently. Don Quixote, you know? My first windmill was on the train. But, yeah. The travel day back kind of sucked. I get to the gate. I'm exhausted. I had run out 4 hours of sleep. I check in. I noticed that the plane is empty. Loads going from international are always so empty, which is really funny. International into America and back, always so empty. Domestic are always so full. But I put my name down. I'm first person on standby. And they're like, congrats, you have a seat. Please hold on in case we have any upgrades. I'm now Walter. But I get a text not even 2 minutes later. Congratulations, you've been upgraded. This was my seat for the 7-hour flight back to America. Amsterdam to Newark. I got upgraded to first class. I had first class seat for free, by the way. I did not pay for this. So I have never ridden first class since they've changed their first class system. The last time I flew first class for free was when my flight back from Hawaii when I was like 10. So I don't remember it. And all I remember then was the seats were just bigger. They weren't like separated. So I got first class all the way back 7 hours. This seat fully reclines. I'm still too tall for it, but that's my only complaint. Complaining about a free seat first class is funny. I'm still too tall for it. It reclines all the way flat. But yeah, I was able to, you know, sort of sleep, kind of. I got some really good pictures because like I was right in front of the engine. So I got some really good, like for plane people. Oh my God, fantastic photos. There's the coastline as well. I got a really good picture of the coast and the sun and the clouds. Like there's the earth. I did keep hitting my head on the lights of the Airbnb. Everything in first class comes with real cutlery. So I had glass cups and glass bowls for the peanuts. And then I got a menu. Hold on, go back. That book right there is a menu. Like a menu for the meal options for the different portions of the flight. You get ice water in back as well. You can ask for ice water. They always ask with ice, and you say no because I want more water, please. Anyway, I ordered an English breakfast because I'd never had an English breakfast before. And obviously, this isn't a real English breakfast. It's plain English breakfast. But it came with all of this food. 2 giant sausages, a tomato, eggs, hash browns, custard, this little jam jar, which maybe I was supposed to put this in this. I don't know. I kept it because I want to use it because this is really, really good. I can buy a big jar of this in America, but fruit, the fruit was kind of bleh. I ate it though. It's kind of bleh. And then whatever these things are. Also, hour 4 of the flight, there's 3 hours left. My throat starts to hurt. So that's about the timing for me. So there's 3 hours left on this flight. My throat starts to get scratchy. I'm like, oh no. Because they know what that means. Everyone, I feel like everyone who's lived a life on this planet knows what a scratchy throat starts, like an unprovoked scratchy throat. Like I had been screaming, but when you scream, my throat hurts in a different spot. I was like, uh-oh. Anyway, moving on. Back to the flight. This was the snack. They're like, do you want a snack? This was served like an hour after this was served. I'm like, yeah, what are the options? And they're like, cheese and crackers or a stroopwafel. I'm like, well, I've had the stroopwafels from United. They're okay. I got, notice by the way, real metal fork and knife with fresh cheese. Oh my God, this cheese was good. This one was my favorite. This was a Gouda. This was a Brie, I think, and it was pretty good too. This was all right, but it was still, oh my God, on a plate. And that 6 hours later, this was dinner. Chicken pasta with a salad, a mini olive oil, mini baby. You can see like we're almost there. Like there's the flight timer. Like we're almost there's like 38 minutes remaining or something like that. Water, a piece of bread, and then like this was sweet. I don't really know what that is, but it was all like, okay, I kid you not. I would not be disappointed if I was sitting in an actual restaurant and ordered these things. Like, if I was sitting at an actual restaurant and someone brought me this and I paid money for it, I would not be disappointed. Like, sure, would I wish for like a little more, like, I don't know, like a little more sauce or something? Yeah, but like, yeah. And then I guess to finish things out, because at this point, like, to finish up the story, I landed in Newark, which everyone had told me to avoid Newark. I guess we're in Minecraft now. Everyone had told me to avoid Newark because the Newark airport is undergoing construction right now, which is causing a lot of problems. I didn't have any problems with the Newark airport, but I did have problems with customs. We get to the Newark airport. First class gets off first, by the way. So, hey, Albizan, if I could, I would be one of those travel influencers that just gets paid to fly first class on all these planes. I'd hate it, but I'd love it too. I love it for the nerdy aspect, hate it for the actual having to sit on a plane for 7 hours. But anyway, I get to Newark airport. I get off the plane first, which is weird. I'm never off the plane first, ever. I go to customs. There are 300 people standing in line for customs because another plane had just landed prior to us and the plane behind me. Like the rest of the plane getting off behind me. They have 3 stands open. 3. That's it. I'd love to get paid to travel. Honestly, that'd be a dream career. That'd be fun. Bye, Leia. So 300 people. 3. Oh my gosh, Bartholomew. Hi, Bartholomew. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. Tweet some hearts and hugs in the chat. My voice is starting to go. The timing is pretty good on this. But yeah, they have 3 stands open at the Newark airport for 300 people. I was standing in line at customs for like 30, 40 minutes. Luckily, I had a 3-hour layover, so I wasn't in a huge rush. I get through customs. The Newark airport, oh my God, is horrible. Oh my God, it's horrible. I leave customs. I have to leave the airport, go down the stairs, go through baggage claim, get on a train. They call it the air train. And to be fair, the air train is really cool. It's a monorail. Actually, I don't have the video of it, but I was alone in the front car of the monorail, and it was really, really cool. But I get off the train. I get on a bus. I ride the bus up to the gate, up to the main arrival departure area. Go through that, go through security, and then I'm able to go to my gate. Luckily, again, I had a 3-hour layover. I wasn't in a huge rush. It was fine. I got Jersey Mike's for lunch because I figured I'm in New Jersey. This is where this place is from. I'm going to get Jersey Mike's. So I got Jersey Mike's for lunch, which I'm very glad I ate because I was feeling kind of bleh. Like the sick was starting to kind of get up into my head, but I was like, it is what it is. I get to the gate. Now, this is the scary, sketchy, weird part of standby travel. So I'm flying standby, which means I'm flying on open availability. So if there's an open seat, I can fly on it. Oh my gosh, Countless Cookie King, thank you for subscribing as well. Thank you so much. I get to the gate and I check the loads. And the thing is, the port with standby travel, you have to constantly be checking the loads. Oh, I got a hot sub vintage, so it wasn't served Mike's way. I got the 42, my favorite one. Really, really good. Oh my God, the best Jersey Mike's I've ever had. But anyway, I get to the gate, I'm checking the loads. Checking the loads means I'm checking how many people are on the plane and how many seats they have available. When I was in the air, using the United app, I saw that there were 13 seats available and 11 people on standby. So I'm like, cool, I'm getting on this plane. I'm probably getting a terrible seat, but I'm getting on this plane. I'm also 5th in line in standby, like 5th in priority, because standby has priority, and usually it's just by sign up, but like they have, like there are certain things that'll move you around. I land, I get to my gate, and I look, I am 11th out of 15, and there are 10 seats available. So I'm looking at this list going, oh no, I might not make this flight. Luckily, Newark to Denver is a very common flight. There was one leaving 25 minutes later and one an hour after that, and one an hour after that. So if I didn't make it on this flight, I had like options. So I'm like, all right, I can't do anything. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm texting my mom. My mom's like, yeah, just be ready to jump on the next one if you need it. And I'm like, okay. They go, I finally, like, they load boarding group 1, boom. Boarding group 2, boom. Boarding group 3, boom. Boarding group 4, boom. We are running out of overhead space. Anyone flying, please, we'll be checking your bag for free at the gate and giving it to you at your final destination. Like, okay, that's normal. They always do that. They overload it with the bags. Anyway, boarding group 5, go. I'm standing there waiting. And then all of a sudden, I'm like sitting, like, weirdly enough, there were 3 other people, all... there was one deadheading pilot. A deadhead means you are a pilot that is on the plane, but you were not flying it. You were on it in a passenger sense. Deadheading. There was a deadheading captain and 2 flight attendants deadheading to Denver, standing with me. And so I'm talking shop with them because I know their language. I'm speaking their language. And all of us get the text at the same time. You have a seat available. We're like, yes. So I am quite literally the last person to get on this plane. Like, we're all lining up. They check our bags. I am the last person on the plane. I get to my seat. I am literally in the absolute back row. Like, could not be further back. I'd be off the plane. Last row with a wall behind me. Middle seat. I get to my seat. There's a child, 10 years old, in the aisle. And there's a fellow big boy. You've seen pictures of me. A fellow big boy in the window. And I'm in the middle. And it's a 4-hour flight. And I'm like, all right, this is going to be, it sucks, but I'm going to live. I get all seated in, and the flight attendant comes over to me and goes, excuse me, sir. You are currently seated next to an unaccompanied minor. Do you know what that is? And I go, oh my God, I've done that. Context, wording, an unaccompanied minor is somebody who is a child under the age of 18, usually it's closer to 16, but who is flying without an adult. So this kid, and I'm like, oh, nice to meet you. He's like, would you mind helping out? And I'm like, oh yeah, I flew a ton as an unaccompanied minor as a child. Like, my mom was a captain. I know the language. I'll help. And so he and I start talking, and like, I look over at his phone, and he's looking up TF2 Australian ambassador. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, what you looking up? Oh, you're looking up the ambassador? And he's like, yeah, but it won't load. So I pull it up on my phone. Turns out this kid has a TF2 YouTube channel. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to, like, he's way too young to have that. But like, he's uploading TF2 YouTube poops on YouTube and loves TF2, Half-Life, like, Portal, all the old Valve games. So we're just talking, and the guy sitting next to me is my age. And like, I told him I had a YouTube channel. Like, he and I kind of talked a little bit about like what I do, what he does, whatever. And this kid is talking about all the games that we grew up playing. And so we're just the 3 of us just like talking back and forth. Like, this guy was coming back from Costa Rica or whatever. Like, we're talking about our trip, talking about our favorite place to go. Yada. Where's he going? Where are we going? Where are he going? Like, it was such a weird, like, unexpected thing. That kid's going places. That kid is going places. He was talking about like TF2 jokes that like I haven't thought of in years because no one, like, he was like, yeah, I'm part of the new generation. And we talked about YouTubers, and there was this kid sitting across the aisle and up one playing Minecraft on his iPad. So later on the flight, I'm like, do you play Minecraft? And he's like, not really. It's not so much for me. And then I kind of just dropped the conversation there. But we didn't talk a lot. We talked for maybe the first half hour, and then we kind of just locked in because this is one of those flights where our thighs are definitely touching, but neither of us are going to acknowledge it because it's kind of awkward. So we're just going to kind of sit there and watch the stuff up on our phone or try to fall asleep. That's how this flight was for the fellow big man and I. The other guy though, the kid, obviously he was fine. He was able to fold up and fall asleep and whatever. So, but he showed me his YouTube channel when we landed. Dude's got 6 subscribers. And it is adorable. Like, he's way too young to be making content on the internet, but the content that he's making, I looked at it, like he showed me, none of it has his face in it. And it's all just like 10-second clips from the game. So it's like, and mostly in Gmod too. Made in Gmod. Locked in because of thighs touching. Yeah. So it's like, good for you, dude. In, 10 years when you're an adult, I hope you go places. So yeah. I did not see the cube houses, no. But yeah. Anyway, I get to Denver and my girlfriend picks me up in Denver. We go to McDonald's immediately, like outside of Denver airport. I get a cheeseburger, and it's the best tasting cheeseburger in the world because if you're an American, you'll only understand this if you're an American. Like I feel like an American traveling abroad, you try all these beautiful, amazing foods. That first cheeseburger, when you get back home, it hits different. It's so good. You're like, oh my God, over-processed burger. Delicious. Anyway, I got myself a high name. But yeah, Gmod is amazing. I'm so thankful I have never had the thighs touching it with a strange problem. The benefit of being 5'5". Yeah. I love burger, dude. But yeah, I got my burger. I feel so bad. I was so exhausted. And the thing is, too, the reason I locked in for the 4-hour flight, really, and it's coming back right now, the headache hit really hard. Like, the funny part was, though, because we were in the last row, they come down the line doing, like, water and stuff. And I go, can I get 2 cups of water? And the flight attendant looks at me, picks up a 1.5 liter water bottle and goes, and I go, and she just hands me an unopened 1.5 liter water bottle. Because I was in the back row. They'd gone through everybody. So like they didn't need any more water for like for everybody. So they just gave me a 1.5 liter, which helped a ton. That definitely got me through the flight. Americans really do work in the burger mines to be able to afford to buy a burger. Exactly. But yeah, so shout out to that flight attendant. Banger. But yeah, we get to Denver. The girl drives me back home. I feel really bad because I'm trying, like, she hates the Denver airport. So I feel really bad stressing her out, trying to pick me up. Luckily, that went pretty smoothly. Like, she was really stressed, tired. You know, we get on the road. I'm telling her some funny stories. And then I'm like, I am going to pass out. Are you okay if I sleep? And I pretty much sleep. I don't sleep in cars. Like, I can't sleep in vehicles. But because of how tired and exhausted I was able to half sleep all the way home. At which point, I was so dead. And then I'm home. Boom. And then I got sick, even more sick. Yesterday was the worst of it. But, you know, Thursday, Friday, I wasn't able to edit. Good news, though. Bounty Hunters Episode 4 is basically done. Give me 1 hour tomorrow morning, and I'm going to upload it tomorrow. Like, I'm planning on uploading Bounty Hunters tomorrow. Episode 4, and then starting episode 5. I wanted episode 4 up. Like, I want it up. So, but yeah. So, what else happened? After getting home, I still haven't unpacked all the way because I've been sick. I've gone through so many tissues. 2 more things I want to talk about. Everyone who went to TwitchCon Rivals in person, every single person, got a pink axolotl. So I now have an axolotl. When I move in August, I'm going to put this guy in the background somewhere. He needs a name. We'll figure that out later. But every single person got an axolotl, which is so cool of them. Because they were throwing them out, and they're like, does everyone want an axolotl? And everyone's like, wah! And then they're like, congratulations, all of you get an axolotl. Just stop by afterwards. So outside of friends, who's the coolest creator you met? Probably Martin. Talking to Martin in person was really cool. Or Looney. Idea stinky. All right. Also, Kingdom. Oh my gosh. King Dominos. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that a ton. Nice ears. Thank you. Other thing. Where are? So, I also got this free art of Rambu. Because I was loud. That happened at MCC. It purchased over 600 of them. I remember them telling us about backstage. Holy cow. Yeah, I got Garfield Rambu art for free of the artist that was like collabing with Tubbo. Yeah, I don't know what to do with it. It's cool. Is Rambu a good person? Is he be canceled? I gotta check on the DSMP guys. Like, I gotta check. Where's the other thing I had? Hold on. There's another thing. that I got. Here it is. I feel really bad. I had to fold it. I got a free poster as well. I had to fold it just because there's no way to get a poster home. But Ramu's chill. Okay, cool. The artist at it was from the collab, so it would have been Moon Kachu, like Moon, Kachu, Moon Kachu, like Pikachu, Moon Kachu. I got this really cool Minecraft movie poster. That's in the same style. It's literally in the same style as like 3 posters that I already have that I haven't been able to hang up. So this will fit really well. I just have to flatten it back out. But yeah. Now, also, Leon brought little plastic figurines for everybody. So I got a penguin from Leon, which I'm going to put this on my PC. So yeah. Okay. This book made it to the Netherlands. I brought this book to the Netherlands with me for one goal. My original plan, get all my friends to sign it. And then I realized, why not just bring it to TwitchCon in the funniest way possible? I got this bag from a booth and it had a really bad sticker stuck on it for labeling for like some company. I pulled the sticker off and just had the NPC default black blank drawstring that fit this perfectly. It did break at the end, but I was able to mostly fix it. But yeah, so this book, also, I stole it's like cardboard, but I stole I got the idea from Fit and Phil because they both were like, oh, I have mine. Oh, Walter. Anyway, I stole one of these from the partner lounge. I forget what this is called. What is this called? Coaster. I hardly know her. Anyway, I might do a charity for cats. There's a cat protection charity that we found that Trog and I talked to. We might do a charity for cats. That's where the cat toy came from. Anyway, I got a lot of people to sign this book. A lot of people to sign this book. I'll just kind of hold it up. This is the front page. This is the first page. I got 2 pages total. So probably best if you take a screenshot. There we go. I got a lot of people to sign this book. So my goal was originally just my friends. I left it at the Airbnb for them to sign. And then I was like, I'm going to get more people to sign it. Why not? So on the front page, I have Nomad, Nukery, Orbits, who's the Inside MC guy. I can't read that, sadly. Trog, BH, 4C, Quilby, Lagundo, Benji, Mazy's, Vanity, High MCC. I can't read that one either. Space Brownies, and I think that's Martin in the Littlewood. And then on the second page, I got Rubico, Leon, Anathra, Just Dash, Duvid, Smallish Beans. That's Smallish Beans. Acorn, Looney, Elderly Shadow Lady, Avid. I remembered Avid because Big A, Big D. Anyway, Stamio, Box, and Vintage in Oppo. So I got a lot of cool people to sign this book, and this book will also be on the wall behind me when I set up my new setup. So yeah, is there anything else? This has been, I knew I'd be able to make a stream out of this, a long stream out of this. Anything else? We also got these little bags. I got 2 of them. These little TwitchCon bags, little baby bag thing. The hell? Oh, my Dutch flag for my free cookie. Anyway, what else is in here? Anything else of importance? Oh, the name of the place was called Elbenwald. Anything else? Some cool stickers. Oh, I think I have one of the cards. Wait, I have one of the cards from the card game. What? Yeah. Okay, so I talked to Duvid. Duvid gave me one of his cards so I could have a souvenir. I never actually got this card, but I did play in the game. So it came in these little red sleeves. This one is called Buddy Buddy. Give this card to a player if you get them to follow you in person for at least 1 minute. So this one would have been really easy to give to Duvid or Vintage. But yeah, so this is what the cards look like. They had little drawings on them and like descriptions. So, yeah. And then as far as stickers on the water bottle, I got a free cat sticker from that, a free Block Wars sticker, a Rubico sticker, and then this guy, which I saw Walter. I was like, this looks like Walter. All I want is snuggles, but all I get is struggles. That's definitely that man right there. Yeah, right, buddy. Ah! Ah! Anyway. Yeah. I'll be back streaming tomorrow. We're going to stream tomorrow. I'm going to play hardcore tomorrow. So we'll be back tomorrow, stream regularly time scheduled stuff. I'm hoping to stream on TikTok as well. Because I would like to get back to normal. We'll base it on vibe. But I have really been missing streaming. And part of me really wants to just full send into streaming with more long streams, like 4-hour streams instead of 2-hour streams. But we're already almost at 3. So, but yeah. That is pretty much my TwitchCon experience. I bought my girlfriend 2 gifts. I won't say what they are in case she's watching. Well, one of them was a shirt from Apothecary Diaries. The other one was a gift from Utrecht. So, but yeah. This has been a very, very fun stream. I love these recap streams. Oh, also... This is bad of me. This is bad of me. But I am considering going to TwitchCon San Diego this year. Like, I'm considering going to TwitchCon San Diego this year. So if I plan on doing a subathon in July, that might be a thing. So I might go to TwitchCon San Diego this year, which would be really fun. Utrecht. Ich kann ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. German is very similar to Dutch as far as pronunciations go. So, but yeah, I'm debating it. There's a group of us debating it. Avid's debating it. I think Duvid's just going. So, but yeah, you want to come to PAX Aus? Oh, I'd love to. I don't have the time. But yeah, yeah. Feels weird to end the stream this way, but that's it. That's the end of stream. I forgot about that new picture. I love that new picture. Oh, also tomorrow will be a Meld stream. So I'll be streaming Minecraft, but I'm going to try using a new software called Meld because everyone else is doing it, and I want to try it too in preparation for stuff because it'll make life a lot easier in the future. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching today's stream. If you enjoyed this story time with Viking and you want to see more of it, tell me to go to more conventions. And Kale's using it too. And you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. If you're watching over on YouTube, thank you so much. YouTube, I hope you have a good life. Hope I'll be of good cheer. And I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Have a good life. Have a good life. Be of good cheer. And I'll see you next time.